Go ahead. Tyler. You're live, dude.
Okay, give me a second.
About fucking time.
All right.
Maybe we've got women's physique coming up, and then women's bodybuilding. Oh,
Well,
shit, you gotta be fucking kidding me.
We're live?
No, he said we got women's physique coming up, and then we got wellness, and then prejudging for the guys.
That actually helps me out. Where are we? Home.
Yes, they just said it. Women's physique
round and some amazing prizes for those winners.
fitness confirmation. Oh,
Sydney.
Is it,
right, we can talk
live, Lou?
We announced it at 10:30. We're gonna go live.
Yeah.
John, let's go. Let me know when we go.
I don't understand.
Yeah, we're live.
Oh, we are?
Are we live?
Yeah, it says live. Yeah.
All right, we are live. Welcome, everybody. 2024 Mr. Olympia prejudging. Right now, we got to sit through these other classes, other classes and divisions now. But we can talk a little bit about what's going on and what happened this afternoon. And I got some questions here that I can throw to everybody. First of all, hello, what's up? Everybody introduce themselves. John, you go first.
What's up, fellas? John Livia, Serious and Silliness Bodybuilding. What's happening?
Serious and Silliness, man. That's the podcast. With all the goddamn porn stars you can imagine.
That's the other channel.
Jason, introduce yourself, man. You're a fucking OG.
I'm an OG. Jason ARNTZ, retired IFBB pro and CEO of Prevail Supplements.
That's it. I'm one of the most conditioned athletes we've ever had in the NPC or the IFBB, and that's no joke, Jason. That's coming from me to you, brother.
Thank you. And now I'm the most conditioned retired IFBB pro.
When Jason ARNTZ was in the show, you said, "Oh shit, I better be in shape."
Right.
Armon, introduce.
Armon, ADIBI. What's up, guys?
Okay, so the OGs are in. All right, guys, let's talk about a little bit about what happened this afternoon. Let's talk about the 212. Keon, when he walked out, I said lights fucking out. Armon, what'd you think?
Oh yeah, it was, no comparison this year, unfortunately.
And the same thing when he first walked out, you said that's it, done. Yeah,
he was too good.
Everything, the whole package was there, right?
Yeah. I didn't see Sean. I thought Sean was probably going to overdiet. Since he had that distension last year and all that. I thought he was going to overdiet. Now, I didn't know it was going to look that bad, but it was. He lost. Remember Reno? He beat all those big open guys, like 250, 60-pound guys, and Keon's only, I think, 200 pounds. But of course, his shape. But he looked like a kid next to Keon. He did to me.
Jason.
Yeah, Keon clearly, look, his shape is flawless. Everything flows. Everything's there. Conditioning was on. Maybe could have been a tad drier, but he didn't need to be. I had high hopes for Sean. He's a New Jersey native, so I had high hopes for him. But he definitely was. I saw when he first walked out, I was like, man, this is not the Sean that I was expecting to see. He still had enough to pull out, second place. But it was, it was a distant second. It was interesting to see. But Keon was overwhelmingly deserving.
Yeah, John, what'd you think? 212.
Honestly, I thought that was the best top 212 in 212 history.
Really? Yeah.
I thought Clarita was fucking on point, chiseled, diced, but I just don't think you could beat Keon's shape, structure, and he was conditioned. But those top two, that's probably the best top 212 guys I've ever seen.
Yeah, I'm going to agree with Armon too, though, because I know what it feels like and what it looks like to go over diet. You know what I'm saying? And there's nothing you can do. And now here's the thing that we got to teach the kids now. If they were coming back tomorrow night You know, if this was a 2-day thing, Sean could make the adjustments.
Right.
Burgers and fries. Burgers and fries. Get your feet up. Drop a couple more aldactone. He'll be ready for tomorrow night. He will fill out and his legs will blow back up. But unfortunately, you can't do it in one day. It's not possible. It doesn't matter if you fucking eat 18 pizzas. It's not going to work.
I don't even think that would work. I think Keon is the picture perfect bodybuilder. I mean, he was spot on.
Yeah,
And
he was incredible. Yeah,
he was
I agree.
spot on. I mean, he had too much size. His shape is phenomenal. He's missing nothing, and his conditioning was on point. The only way I see Clarita possibly edging him out is if he could put another 5 pounds of muscle on, but he can't. You know, I don't think Clarita could do any better than he possibly can. I think Keon is a very special bodybuilder. I would not be surprised to see him go into the open. We really would.
That was the next point I was going to bring up, because a lot of people were texting me and saying, hey, could he go into the open? And I said he'd be top 6. He'd definitely be top 6.
Yeah, I mean, he was phenomenal. Honestly, I think he is probably the best 212 champ. I mean, if you run down the list of 212 champs or 202 champs, I think he beats them all. And those top 2 guys were phenomenal. And then it was so good that the third guy, what was his name? Calderon. It was like light years away.
Yeah. So let me ask you this. You just brought up something nice and controversial. So Hadi Choopan was a 212 at one point.
Yeah.
So was Flex Lewis, a champion many times over. So you're saying that this Keon could beat Hadi and Flex Lewis?
I think Keon could beat Flex in his prime, Hadi in his prime, Kevin English in his prime.
Really?
Because it's his shape. His shape is
No, bro. No way.
I think from the front in shape, yes, but from the back,
no way.
From the back, he made severe improvements. Well, who do you think beats him?
Flex Lewis.
Nah, I don't.
No.
He doesn't have the shape. He doesn't have the shape.
Flex Lewis doesn't have a shape.
Flex would kill him.
Shape.
Keon is a
perfect shape.
Keon is a special bodybuilder.
It's a toss, because you have to put them standing next to it. We all know that. We can speculate, we can say this and that, but if they were standing next to each other, we can pick them apart. But I still say that Flex Lewis, Hadi Choopan, Kevin English, and Keon, if you put them all at their peaks next to each other, it'd be a close call, man. Some guys will be winning some shots over him. Keon's posing still needs work, and he's still not super crispy. He's crispy, but not super crispy.
He always had trouble. He always had trouble with his conditioning. He lifted for a while. I used to see him at the gym all the time. So I mean, he finally got, his best conditioning, but he's still I think that's probably 85% of what he can be. You know, he's not that next level yet. These other guys like Flex and Hadi, and he's got a ways to go, I think.
Okay. All right. You know? We can agree to disagree. Jason,
he's 200 pounds too.
He's guy. Actually, you were heavier than a 212 guy, but what do you think? You think
Keon
is the best we've ever seen?
I was a 202, 212 guy, and as great as Keon is, Flex Lewis was just in a league of his own. With shape, conditioning, thickness, size, symmetry, great poser. And just pleasing to the crowd. But again, give it a couple years and see how Keon does, and if he holds the title. But it was the same story. Flex Lewis could have went into the open and did some heavy damage in the open. But I just think, Flex Lewis really set the standard for bodybuilding at that time, and it still continues. And since then, there hasn't been anybody like him. I said maybe since until Keon now, but those would be probably the top 2 guys.
Yeah.
Nah, I'm going to stick to my guns. I think these bodybuilders are getting better and better. I think his shape is phenomenal, and I don't remember seeing anybody. I mean, I would maybe put Flex Lewis close to his shape, but his shape and his roundness and his bubbleness and his muscle separation and his balance, it's just next to none. It's just next to none.
We're going to have to agree to disagree. So, guys, I got some questions here. I wrote down some questions. I'm going to ask the question, some pertinent questions for the open class, and I'm going to go down the line. I'm going to call each person's name, and we're going to get the answers from you guys. Okay, question number 1. Can Derek's front get as hard as his back? Jason.
Ooh, for me, in terms of hardness, I hope so. I hope this year he brings in a little more maturity, a little tighter. But what bothered me last year was, under his armpits, on his lats, he had those. It looked like cysts. I'm hoping we don't see that this year. But Derek, I think could dry out a little more from the front. And if he does, he's going to be tough to handle.
Yeah, I'm going to throw a little curveball in there. He tried his ass off last year. He gave it everything he had, and he still wasn't dry from the front. Is that a genetic thing, you think?
Yeah, I mean, well, it could be a maturity thing, and that was his. It was his first year going above the 212. He's used to sucking down. So it could be something with just timing and something having to learn at a heavier body weight with more body mass how to hit that peak. But, we'll see. I guess we'll see it within an hour.
Yeah. John, can his front match his back?
I think I don't think it's going to – I think it's going to be minuscule. I think it's going to happen a little bit at a time because he's still young.
Okay.
So what I mean by that is it'll be a little better this year. It'll be a little better the year after that. And then you'll see him come into his own. I think he still needs more muscle maturity. He's still a very young man.
Mm-hmm. How old is he?
He's 32, so he should be getting that. He should have that maturity right now. He already at 32.
Yeah, 32 is there. Yeah, because Dennis Wolf was what, 28 when he was challenging Jay?
Yeah, he should have that maturity if he's going to get it. I think that's a genetic issue, and I think
these guys today are going till they're 40 and early 40s. How old is Hadi?
37, 38.
And then how old is Samson? They're around the same age, right?
Yeah.
We got somebody else just came in.
Hi, how you doing? Can you hear me?
Yes, introduce yourself.
I'm John Effer. My real name is Giovanni Del Biondo.
He's Italian like me.
Giovanni. We got this. My brother-in-law's name is Vincenzo. So welcome to the family.
Thank you. Happy to be here.
All right, man.
Leave the gun. Take the cannoli.
We're asking questions right now, and I'm going to go around the horn and ask everybody their answers. All right. So, Armon, your turn. Can Derek's front get as hard as his back?
No, I think it's a genetic thing. I think he's matured enough. I think, if we bodybuild that like 27 to 30 range is when you start hitting that, good maturity. And I think it can get better maybe, but I think, his back and glutes are so freaky. I think it's just one of those things he's just going to have an issue with that, it's always going to be an issue for him. Can he get better? I think a little bit, but it should already be there if it's a maturity thing.
Google account is available.
Giovanni, can he get his front to match his back this year?
I don't know. I've noticed something with Derek. I feel like his pecs and his arms are always softer than the rest of his body. Especially in the most muscular shot, there's not a lot of detail compared to his glutes, hands, his back. So I don't know. I don't think so, given the track record, but we'll see tonight.
Okay. All right. So second question, Jason, if Hadi brings what he brought to the Arnold Classic, is he walking away with this?
Ooh, I don't think so. I really think it's going to be between Samson. I think it's going to be between Samson and Derek again. I just think those two guys just have better shape, and as rock hard and as conditioned and disciplined as Hadi is. I just think the better shape goes to Derek and Samson, and I really think Samson might just get the nod tonight. Look, it's easy to say because we've seen them all at different shows against different people. When we see that lineup and they come out there, you're gonna know in a couple minutes who's really shining. I don't know if Hadi could win it back at this point.
John, if
Sir.
Hadi brings in the Arnold Classic look, is he winning tonight?
I don't think so because I think Derek got better from last year.
Okay,
Derek.
so you're going with Derek.
I'm going with Derek because I think Derek is a very young man still, and I think he's improved greatly since last year. And the reason why I'm saying that is because he improves every year. He gets better every year. His improvements are going to be basically if he could come in tighter from last year. That's what you're going to see, and I'm sure he will. But I think Derek is just going to be more improved. I think we're going to see a more improved Derek from last year.
Okay, Armon, is Hadi bringing the thunder like he did at the Arnold Classic, and is he going to win with it?
I think he's going to bring it. I still got Derek winning though.
Wow. Okay.
Still got Derek winning.
Giovanni, what you think?
I think it's very likely Derek's going to win, but of course,
Another Derek.
I would love to see Andrew.
We're playing a guessing game here. I mean, until we see him, we're just it's just luck if we pick it.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, but I like this guessing stuff right now.
Yeah, I do too. I do too.
All right. So, yeah. Okay. All right, Giovanni. So you're saying Derek too?
I have Derek. I mean, last year I thought that Hadi probably should have won. That was my opinion. But yeah, I would say if they're going in the same judging criteria, then Derek is probably winning. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Next question, guys. Jason, can Samson get dry?
So he has systematically gotten drier and drier for each show.
Okay.
And I think his conditioning at his last show that he just won a few weeks ago was probably his best conditioning to date. So I think him continuing down that path, I think tonight will be his best conditioning.
John, can Samson get dry?
His shirt off last year. Yesterday. Am I unmuted? I wish he wouldn't have taken his shirt off because no, I think he took his shirt off at the press conference and Hadi and Devi looked at him and said, "Okay, we got it."
Yeah, I think his skin looked kind of thick.
Yeah, I don't think Derek and Hadi's conditioning are next level. Samson can win any show he enters except the Olympia with those two guys in the lineup. Because when he took his shirt off yesterday at the conference, I was like, why did he do that? Because it's like,
just remember one thing, though, John. Let me throw something in there about the shirt taken off. Think back when Jay, Ronnie, and Gustavo and Gunter did it. They don't have color. They don't have oil. They don't have all the things that they're, it's a different look when you just take off your shirt like that.
A lot can happen in 24 hours.
He looked better to me, but I'm telling you, he can make that difference. If he pulls out the fucking insulin and just concentrates on drying out, he can do it. I think he can. But I do agree with you. I don't know. It's really a toss-up right now. I know Milos's protocol. I know what he does. Okay?
Milos isn't with him.
Just pure insulin and filling out, he ain't going to get dry. It's not going to happen.
Yeah, Milos isn't with him.
Crazy striations and detail in the lower back and hams for those guys to win. That's why Andrew, I feel like, isn't winning because it's not gnarly from the back.
Yeah, I agree too. I agree about that.
All right. Next question. Since we brought up Andrew, is Andrew going to shock the world with because I'll tell you what, I'm gonna give a little treat for the fans and everybody out there. I know what Andrew looks like. I've seen pictures. I've talked to Aceto. He's going to be frightening. The man is going to walk out there. Andrew's going to walk out, and the first impression from everyone will be, that's Mr. Olympia. Then when the comparison starts, we all know what happens. Little things become big things. Big things become little things. We all know what, you can expose other person's weaknesses. The question is he going to shock the world? Jason?
No. I think he's already shocked the world. He has this dominating presence about him. But I think in the Mr. Olympia lineup, just like you said, dude, there's going to be, a lot to be desired. I have him in fourth unless, and look, you mentioned Samson before taking the shirt off. That was yesterday. I've weighed in with guys, and King, we've seen it. We've weighed in with guys. You're like, man, he looks like, and then you see him on stage and it's a different friggin' story, so with all things being equal and everybody coming in the condition, their best conditioning, I think Andrew is a solid fourth.
Okay.
If Samson's off, and he doesn't pull it together, it could bump him up to third.
All right, John, where's Andrew? What's he going to do tonight?
I got Andrew in fourth. I think he's going to be fourth. I don't think the top three is going to change from last year.
Okay.
And I think Andrew's going to knock out Brandon, and he's going to come in fourth. I think Brandon's going to fall out. Brandon might even fall out of the top five. And I think that.
I mean, I was backstage with Andrew in Texas. And I know he's got better since then, obviously, and he just looked crazy just standing there. Again, it's going to look. Putting him next to those two smaller, shorter guys, it's going to be, it's going to be interesting. So he could be, I have him in third, or he could be first. I mean, we'll see how it looks when they're all standing next to each other, because you got, Hadi and Derek. I think Derek is like an inch shorter than Hadi, an inch or two. And then you got, so we'll see. It's going to be interesting. It's going to be fun to see.
Giovanni.
I think Andrew is a 6'1" Giga Chad, genetic phenomena. He should be winning the Olympia, but the way it is, it's people say it's not a glutes and ham show, but it seems like that's what's being rewarded. You're 6'1", you're competing against guys who are 5'4". The density is going to look different. It's just, in my opinion, I think Andrew is Mr. Olympia all day, but of course, knowing what I know about the sport, I don't think if he comes in like he has been, that's
we
gonna
hit
be
that Conor Burton thing.
So third. I think he beats Samson, but
Wow. Okay. All right, I like that.
See Conor
Next
Burton
question.
for $2.
Next question, guys. Can Hunter Labrada get that water off of him? Finally, can he do it? Jason.
Oh man, Hunter, if he ever listened to this, he's gonna think I'm his biggest. I'm one of his biggest fans. I really am.
Like that, you could say.
And dude, I have such high hopes for him. I don't think he's gonna peak right for this show. I still think he needs to learn his body. I really thought his last performance he was gonna really nail it, and he didn't. He's gonna struggle to be a top 8 guy, I think, tonight.
John.
Yes, sir.
Hunter Labrada. What's wrong with him? Why can't he come in dry?
Maybe he should change trainers. Or I think he's just genetically peaked as far as his conditioning. I know he lacks muscle separation. I don't know what he's doing with who's his trainer again? The Chinese kid?
It's his buddy.
Yeah. Quite like Chow's buddy. It's not going to be the same relationship as like a coach, like a Chad or Hani or George. It's your buddy, so I don't think that's working.
If you're looking,
there's a lot of glazing going on, probably,
If you're looking
to be very honest with you,
yeah,
Giovanni.
It's like, look, I'm glad it's his friend, but if he's looking to make improvements and this is as far as he can go with them, he needs to change trainers. Go get an OG like Chris Aceto or Rainrod or whoever, because he just doesn't seem to hit the nail on the head, and that's the next option. I don't think he lacks work ethic. I just don't see a lot of muscle separation. So it's one of two things. It's some little thing that they're forgetting or not doing right, or he's just limited on the conditioning he could bring in. And I think the next step is to move on and get a better coach or another coach. I don't know if he's better, but another coach.
Giovanni.
Yes.
Hunter. What's wrong with him?
Well, I mean, personally, I'm not a big fan of Hunter's physique. I never really understood the hype. I think the pec tear is very distracting. He also never gets in top tier conditioning. I don't know why that is, but I don't know. I think having Benjamin Chow and not a higher name guy, I imagine if you're friends like that, there's just this level of, maybe not wanting to be too honest or something like that. But if I was him, I would get someone like Hadi. Hadi Rambod, why not? You have access to the best coaches in the world. Why not have the best team behind you if you're an Olympian?
Okay. All good answers. He doesn't work with his dad. We all know that. And his father was the most consistent bodybuilder of all time. Okay? Do you think working with his dad could help him or hurt him?
No, I don't think his dad. I know we spoke a little bit about this the other day. I don't think his dad knows the up-to-date stuff these guys are doing to, you know, tell him what to do. And you know, with his coach now, I think it's kind of like, you know, Ben is his name. Ben is not like telling him, hey, you're going to do this. I think they're kind of like, oh, okay, so you want to do this next kind of type deal. Like, you know, what should we? Does this sound good? I don't think Ben is like, hey, we're going to do this A, B, and C. I think they're kind of, hey, next meal is going to be this, and I think that's what they're doing. And I think that's the problem because Hunter's, you know, I just saw Branch come to his room too, and Branch is giving him his feedback too, and kind of like I think it was last year when Branch was like, yeah, if you can get a little drier, and it was like an hour before the show.
Right. So
I mean, I think it's a coaching deal, but I think he does hold water easily. I remember at Nationals when he turned pro. I mean, he was just pouring sweat, and that's the same issue. I think he's gonna spill over again. Like he is dry, right? He is dry going into it right now. But I think he's gonna spill again. And you know, these guys, they don't tan anymore. You know, I get it. You put color on, but still, using a tanning bed, I think gives your skin just like that nice look, and it tightens your skin up. I believe that.
So you mean go back to old school?
Yeah, I think these guys,
So
a lot of them don't
that's
tan
what I was
anymore.
talking about when I said go back to work with his dad, because his father will probably tell him to do 2 hours of cardio a day, cut out the carbs, take out the insulin, and you'll be fine. That's what I was telling him.
They'll be doing this. They'll be doing that. So, unfortunately,
We got somebody new in. Introduce yourself.
Hey, how you doing? It's Big Finish Podcast. How you guys doing?
All right, what's up, man? Get in a place where you got good Wi-Fi and you're settled, man. You're kind of choppy right now.
All right, sounds good.
All right. Okay, next question, guys. Brandon Curry. Can he come back and shock everybody? He is a former Mr. Olympia. He was on his deathbed last year, and he still got fourth, and everybody's writing him off. Armon, Brandon.
got a lot of noise going on. I think anything's possible. You know, Brandon's problem is always the leg things. I mean, his upper body, that's a Mr. Olympia upper body right there. So it's a year gone by. I know the coach thing, he switched coaches this year. So I think he can, but will he? I don't think he will. No.
Jason Orange, Brandon Curry, what's up?
Yeah, I agree. I think Father Time, is not helping him with another year. The legs have been an issue for the past couple years. It's not going to get any better this year. He could still shock people. If he comes in great conditioning, he still has a great package. He'll still look good up there. But again, he might be anywhere from 5th to 8th.
Okay. John, Brandon Curry.
Hey, he's going to drop out of. I see his best placing as 5th. He's going to drop. It's another year, like Jason said, and these young guys are coming, and they're better than ever. And he's going to have his hands full, and he's just another year older, and I just don't see it.
Giovanni, Brandon Curry.
I think Brandon Curry, he's probably not going to get any better, but maybe he can stick around for a while like Dexter Jackson and get some of these guys off by just coming in conditioning with good muscle bellies, fullness. So probably sticking around in that 5 or 6 spot till whenever he chooses to retire.
Okay, good. All right, so we're hitting everybody one by one. I'm going to keep going because right now Sarah just won the women's physique. Congratulations, Sarah. It was close, but she pulled it off. Big clap from here. All right. Here's the question of the whole show, and I want you guys, before I ask this question, I don't want bullshit from you guys. I don't want political bullshit from you guys. I want Jason to be I want you guys to give me your honest answers, and I'll put myself out there too. Question: what the fuck is Nick Walker's problem? What happened? Armon, don't bullshit. What happened to Nick Walker?
I'm muting myself. I mean, I did a video about it. I think you know, everybody's like health problems. We spoke about it too. I think, yeah, maybe he had health problems, but if he looked good, with bad health problems, he's still going to go on stage. I think he's just burnt out. I just think he's reached that point. I called it a couple years ago. People were like, "You're a Nick Walker hater. You're a Matt Jensen hater." I'm like, "No, I'm not. I just think he just is going to get burned out too soon. I think he just pushed it way too hard, way too soon, and you reach that place where you're not going to grow anymore. You're not going to get any better. You know, you start blowing out the waist, and then kind of everything else goes behind. You know, the video 3 weeks out I saw of him. I think that's what everybody kind of saw of him last, because he wasn't posting pictures this time like he always does. So everybody was like, okay, he's going to bring something crazy. But the video 3 weeks out in his tank top, I mean, there was no detail on his back. He was doing dips. There was no detail on his chest. I'm like, okay, like this is not good, you know. And Nick's not someone that, I mean, Nick's not someone that just pulls it together at the end. This guy's always in shape year round. And so I think that's part of the problems. He's not coming off after a show like people used to do in y'all's era when y'all were competing 3 to 4 months off gear. They're not doing that. And I think that caught up to him. And I think he's, you know, can he take a year off and clean out and get back there? I think maybe, but is he going to ever be a top 3 again? I don't think so. Jason
Arntz, the fuck is wrong with Nick Walker?
Oh, dude, we talked about this the other night on the show with Muscle Talk on Sirius and Silliness, and you know, it's a big issue, and it puts me in a difficult position because, dude, I'm a fan of Nick's, and I'm friends with Nick. I've known him for years. He won my Muscle Beach show in Jersey as an amateur. You know, I don't think he's burnt out. I don't really think that's it. You know, I agree that, you know, even if you're a little off, you suck it up and you get on stage. So it's one of two things in my opinion. One, based upon how he looked in that video with Matt Jensen, he looked a little too swollen and heavy for somebody who just decided a day or two before that they're not going to do the show. So it could be some health issues.
Okay.
Where maybe that's why his body's not responding. I don't think it's because, look, King, we've competed. Come on, when did our bodies really fail on us that early in our career? You know, like, you know, we competed nonstop, and even if we were slightly off, you could be slightly off one day and spot on the next day. You know, it's hit or miss. You're never always perfect on stage.
The biggest complaint that we had, Jason, and I'll speak for, I don't want to cut you off, because I remember talking to you about this, is being a pincushion the last 2 weeks.
Right.
I remember you hated it. I hated it. I had no other fucking place to fucking shoot myself up. I hated that feeling. So that's when I used to call Chad, and Chad would say to me, just drink it. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? He goes, nah, just pour it in your mouth and fucking drink it. You'll get 10% out of it. I'm like, all right, I'll do it. But I do agree, man. At his age, no. Something doesn't smell right in Siberia. John, what do you think?
I'm hoping that there's something more to the story. I'm hoping that it's something personal, that it's a health issue, that it's, well, not an excessive health issue, but something that he could fix. A relationship, a sponsor, a business issue, something like that. Because other than that, there's no excuse to pull out this late, you know, close to the Olympia. Because if he just pulled out because he wasn't in shape, I mean, that there's usually penalties and fines. We were talking about this. I'm hoping there's something significant that is not really too difficult to fix, and that he could just come in strong for the you know, next year, or the Arnold Classic Ohio. Because if it's just the fact that he's burnt, then he's got to take some time off and reconfigure what he's going to do. But if it's anything else, you could fix it and then come in strong for 2025.
Giovanni, what happened to Nick Walker?
Well, before Nick turned pro, people would talk about him, but like he had bad genetics. And he overcame that with this crazy work ethic and pushed his body to the absolute extreme. And maybe it finally caught up to him this year, and his body's demanding a break. Maybe it's drug related, maybe whatever. I don't know. But guy's been going balls to the wall for like the last 10 years. So no.
I personally think it's a health issue. That's my own personal.
What health issue do you think it is?
It's got to be something digestive wise. I think there's something wrong with his digestive tract. That's what it looks like to me. I've seen that look before. I've seen that bloated stomach hanging over. Plus, he's got those varicose veins. That is something serious. People are not taking that too seriously when it's an actual big time serious issue with those varicose veins. I think it's a medical issue, and I'm with you guys. I'm a fan. I was picking him to be, I was telling everybody coming up to this when I was doing Dave's show that he's going to win the back double bicep. He's going to give Derek a hell of a run for that. Side shots, he's going to give people a fucking run for their money. Most muscular shot. I hope it's not his health, but what I don't like is this. I don't like his coach sitting down and saying, Nick needs drama in his life to look good, and this was too peaceful of a prep for him. What the fuck are you talking about?
Right. So silly.
Does that make sense to anybody in this world that you need drama to look good? What is he, Chris Cormier? Chris was 1 in a billion. Okay, there's only Chris Cormier on the fucking planet.
King, if you're a coach, right, and that's and that's the problem, you find a solution, right? So just add drama, add some drama in his life. He should feel right at home. I think, actually, to further my answer, I think it was one of two things: either the health issue, or I think that something got in his head, dude. This was the first year where he was out of people's top 5. He was not being recognized as a top contender, and I thought maybe that just brought him down a level mentally, and he
got pushed really hard by Martin at New York Pro.
What's that?
We've spoken about it the other day, King. I mean, that kratom, which everybody's using, he's using, that's like an opiate. That messes up your stomach. It constipates you. It causes digestion stuff. It's
Talk
just like
about that a little bit, Armand. Talk about that a little bit, because I think this is some news here. Because when you were telling me, I know what it is, but I want you to explain to everybody what the fuck this is that you're talking about.
Yeah, so I mean, I was addicted to pain pills for 5 years. There's no secret. I'm very outspoken about it. Kratom is amazing for you if you're on heroin or oxys to help you get off, because it acts like an opiate. It's not actually an opiate. Feels like, and then if you take too much, just throw up. So you're not going to overdose if you're using heroin or oxy or whatever. But it does act like an opiate. It touches the opiate receptors in the brain. It causes the same side effects. And I think some of these guys, first, it's okay. I'm going to take it pre-workout. I'm euphoric. I have energy. My back doesn't hurt. My knees don't hurt. And then it's like after the workout. And then it's like, and the shots they use is concentrated. It's just like, it's as strong as taking a couple hydrocodone. 100%. I've taken all this.
Hold on. Let me ask, why are we talking about kratom? Is Nick using kratom?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know. Okay.
Yeah, well, they're sponsoring a lot of athletes, and so that started this year. So that's not going to help his distension at all. I mean, when I was on pain pills, I used kratom before too. I mean, your waist is always it's not okay. I was taking double the fiber. It still wasn't okay. So that extra distension he had, I don't think it's just from eating. I think the kratom is catch. I don't think that's something that someone needs to add. Just like everybody used to do Nubane, the kratom is a new Nubane. Everybody's doing kratom, and like I said, it's amazing if you're coming off stuff, dope and drugs. But if you're just starting it, if you can just take it like once or twice a week or something like that, that's okay. But we're bodybuilders and stuff hurts, and it's like, why not take it? It's illegal. You're getting sponsored by the company. It's a drug still. People's like, well, it's natural. Of course, heroin's natural. Coke's, that's all natural. I mean, I think it's affecting people. Also, your mentality. It affects your mentality. So if Nick is having some, issues mentally wise, that can depress you. I mean, it acts just like it's stronger than hydrocodone in my opinion. It's closer to an oxy. So
okay, all right. So a little bit of news right there, and a little bit of education for the meatheads out there. Okay, next question. Martin, where's he going to place? Jason.
Oh, I mean, he could take Nick's spot. He could be right up there in a top 5 spot, top 6. What's scary about Martin is I think he still needs a little more time to really push to that top level tier. But Martin's the kind of guy, and I've said this before, where he looks great in the poses. He still needs a little time to look good in transition while he's standing there moving around. But in the individual pose, you're like, whoa, you give this guy a second look, and then you bump him up to see him with other guys. That could probably take him into a top 5 or top 6 spot.
Okay, Giovanni, where do you got Martin?
I have Martin in 5th.
Fifth.
I think, he really pushed Nick Walker at the New York Pro. A lot of people actually had him winning it. So, of course, I think he would take Nick Walker's spot at the Olympia.
John, where do you have Martin?
I'm going to say the 5th or 6th because I think we're going to see big things from Martin and Mofuda. I think those two guys are going to do damage this year.
Okay. Armand, Martin.
He has a great physique. He lived in Texas here before. We trained together several times. He's only 26 years old. He's got a ways to go, and he already looks amazing. I don't think he's going to probably be top 6, but should he? Maybe, but I don't think he's going to crack probably the top 5 or 6.
Okay. Next question. Raphael looked fantastic, put on all this great size. Then suddenly we see a picture of his hams and glutes, and where everybody starts freaking out. Jason, Raphael, what's wrong? Is he gonna hype? Is he gonna scare everybody, or we're gonna say
Dude, the pressure of Mr. Olympia is heavy, and people handle it differently, and some people, grow in it, and some people kind of, wither away in it. We'll see. I think he's potentially a top 6, top 7 guy, but he's got to pull it together.
Raphael.
I think it's possible that he winds up in there. I saw some freaky photos of him, but they were in the mirror, so you never know how authentic they are. But
the magic mirror.
He's got a great shape. He's very aesthetic. Probably 8th.
John, where do you have Raphael?
Yeah, I agree with Giovanni. I think he's going to be somewhere between 7th, 8th, like that. I think his shape, his structure, his balance beats a lot of people, but I don't think he's going to come in as hard as guys like Mofuda or Martin Fitzwater. And don't forget, you still got Bonac, who's a threat, and you still got Delarosa, who's a threat. So I'm going to put him in that 7th or 8th spot.
Armand, where you got him?
Yeah, I mean that hamstring thing shot came out like we saw that, but it's hard to tell. Is he flexing? Is that water? It was kind of hard to tell what is that, and can it be pulled? Right. So like in that mirror shot, that mirror shot is going to make you look a lot bigger. He has put on a lot of size. I like his physique a lot. I know a lot of people had him at 5th. I'm still going to probably say the 5th, 6th spot, but we'll see.
Okay.
You think he beats Martin?
I haven't beat Martin. Yes.
All right. Speaking of Bonac, Jason Arntz, Mr. Jason Arntz. Why isn't anybody talking about him? He's a former Arnold Classic champion. He's a freak. There's probably nobody who's going to outbeat him muscularity-wise. Why is nobody talking about Bonac?
I just and everything you said is right on point. I just think he's a little older, and he's definitely downsized. And at this point in your career, you hang on to look the same as you did the show to show. And I think this show he'll either look as good as he did last time, or maybe not as good. But he's definitely not the same guy he was 3-4 years ago.
Okay. Next question. I take this personally because he's a countryman of mine. If Behruz was in the show, how would it changed the Mr. Olympia placings this year? What would Behruz have done? Jason
Good
Arntz.
question.
Dude, he would have been fighting for a top 3, top 4 spot.
Yeah. Absolutely.
He's got it all.
I haven't really seen him compared to any top guys, so I don't know if he has the ability to hang with those top guys.
You saw him beat Bonac. You saw him beat Nathan D'Asher.
He beat
So-
Nathan Diasha, but Nathan Diasha is like, he wouldn't be in the top 10 right now.
I know, but he also beat Bonac in that same show.
Yeah, Bonac's getting kind of old though. The legs are going. I don't know. I think he would probably be around Rafa.
Okay. Armon, Behruz.
I love his physique. If I could look like anybody and compete again, I would like to look like him. I think I like that grainy, freaky, Ron Persian, crazy look. But his legs are still. I mean, the legs are huge, but they're a little behind compared to the other guys. He's a little taller. He's about 6 foot, I think. But I would have him at 4th or 5th.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Even with the calf issue, you've seen his calves, right? They're non-existent.
Yeah. Well, I mean, a lot of people don't have. I mean, Raphael's calves. These guys aren't
Dexter won the Olympia with no calves.
These guys aren't training calves. I don't think it's a genetic thing. I just don't think they're training calves.
Okay. All right.
A lot of them don't have calves. I mean, who really has, everybody used to have calves unless it was a genetic issue. Now I think the guys, they just don't train them.
Yeah.
I go to the bodybuilding gyms here. I never see guys training calves.
Personally, I think since Nick is out, they would have pulled him into the first call out if there's 6 people. That's what I think. Then he would have been fighting. And he also needs to work on his posing. He's a little bit twitchy up on stage.
That
next
front relax.
guys. Big Ramy. What's the 411? Is he done or does he still come back? Jason ARNTZ.
He's done.
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 John, Big Ramy.
It's a wrap. It's over. He ain't coming back.
Giovanni.
I think it's over, unfortunately.
Armon.
He's done. I know he had another kid, which doesn't really change anything. I know he has a couple kids already, but what's the point? Why would he? What does he need to come back for? And I don't think he has that drive, and he knows he's not going to be he knows he's not going to win again. So,
right, he's got nerve damage in his lats.
Yeah, and I think he's okay with that. I think he's one of those guys that's okay with being done with bodybuilding. It's not like some of us that wanted to hang on for a while or just like that sucks. I think he's totally okay with being done.
Okay. All right, good. I agree with all you guys. Little off the cuff question. I love this next guy, who I'm going to mention. I love him. I think he's a great guy. Personally, physique-wise, I think he's awesome too. Akim Williams. If he had a back, could he be Mr. Olympia?
No.
Jason ARNTZ.
Well, dude, it's funny. I was waiting for you to bring him up because I saw some pictures and video of him, and I think he's in tremendous shape. I think he's going to surprise people at this show, and I think potentially he could be a top 6 guy. And he is a great guy, and he's a good ambassador for the sport. And he's to himself. He's personal, in the sense where he's not a social media guy. He holds everything close to his chest, but. Yeah, dude, a couple improvements in him, and he could be a top guy. But I think he's gonna be the dark horse of this competition.
Jason, I'm gonna throw a couple of curveballs at you. The man is one of the strongest, if not the strongest, IFBB pros I've ever seen. Okay, he trains incredibly heavy. All the galley slave deadlifts, super squats, and all he does. And after all these years, he still hits a back double bicep shot, and there's nothing there. What can be done about that? Is there anything that can be done, or is that just a pure genetic thing he's got to deal with?
So I've talked about this before. We see powerlifters that squat 1,000 pounds, and their legs don't look like Ronnie's.
Look at Larry Wills.
Yeah, exactly. So with power movements and stuff like that, it's not a matter of weight. He needs to probably drop the weight and focus more on detail during the movement. And prioritize and really, work on working the muscle in between motion from full contraction to full stretch, and really trying to incorporate a better feel and development of the muscle instead of just throwing a heavy weight around thinking that's going to get the job done, because it's not. But he just needs to prioritize a little bit better with his training to help bring up that. Look, it's not like he can't put muscle on. He can. He just has to switch things up a little bit.
Giovanni, Akim Williams.
I think at this point, I don't know if changing the way he trains could do anything. I think it's just genetic insertions. Why his back is as high as it is. So I don't think
John.
there is any way.
John Leva, Akim
Yes,
Williams.
Olivia. No,
Akim.
I think Akim's shape is off. I think he's got high lat insertions. Again, I think he could win a New York Pro. He could win a Chicago Pro. You put him on the stage, he's going to be in the lower end of the. I don't see him getting past 8th, 9th, or 10th. He's in the lower end if he breaks the top 10.
Armon, Akim.
I've seen Akim numerous times backstage, oiled up, ready to go on stage, and seeing him like that, he's a winner. But once he gets up on stage, those lines that you see backstage and just in person, I don't see on stage. Because the skin color, it's a lot of those guys with a lot of real dark skin have that issue. Sometimes the oil. I have a client. It took us years to figure out his oil and everything, how to put it on and put another coat on so it soaked in and all that. So, but yeah, his back, I don't think there's any improving that at his age. I know he's around 40 or maybe I think he's a little older than 40, right? But anyways, I think it is what it is. But crazy physique, but still.
Okay, next question. Is John Delarosa a dark horse? I love the guy. He's one of the good guys in the sport. I think he's overlooked, and he was comparing well last time to a lot of these top tier guys. Jason Arndt, John Delarosa.
Yeah, John, a great guy, friend of mine. Most respect for him. He's one of the top guys in the sport, but what I think he's missing with this lineup with the top 5 or 6 guys is just that wow factor. Where John's big, John's got muscle, but it's not that overwhelming muscle that's going to jump him from where he places to a top spot. He's definitely a top 10 guy, but a good ambassador for the sport, always in great shape, works his ass off. And, obviously the higher he places, the happier I'll be.
Giovanni, John Delarosa.
I don't see him really placing in the top 10. I think there are just better guys now, and he's getting older. I'm a big fan of his physique, though, but I just think, he had an injury, right? And now he's back, and he's a little downsized.
John Leva, Delarosa.
Yeah, I got to agree with Giovanni. I think, he's a great bodybuilder. Like I said, he can win a Chicago Pro, but I see him 10th, maybe 9th or 10th if he breaks the top 10.
All right.
I agree.
Okay, next question. This is a little. I'm sorry. I'm running out of questions while I'm thinking of new ones that are coming up because right now there's still female bodybuilding. Mr. Jason Arndt, 100% Sean Ray against 100% Hadi Choopan. Who wins?
Wait, what is it? 100% Sean Ray?
100% Sean Ray against 100% Hadi Choopan. We're talking the short best of the best from the 90s to the short best of the best from now. Who wins?
Really? Come on.
Yeah, that's like apples and oranges. I don't know. It'd be like putting
John,
a classic guy against the bodybuilder.
But there's many people that think that Sean beat Dorian that one year. He got second. He was bone fucking dry shredded, and he was full. Sean at his best was very, very good, man.
So look, even saying,
I hate the guy, and I am admitting it. He's great.
Well, look, even saying what I just said, all those factors where it's like apples and oranges, and Sean will be a classic physique guy compared to an open bodybuilder, I still would go with Sean.
Okay, Giovanni.
Can you repeat the question? Who?
100% Sean Ray, 100% Hadi Choopan. Two short guys at their best.
Oh, Hadi all day.
Okay.
It's 2017 Hadi Choopan at the Vancouver Pro is just that's my favorite version of him. He looked insane, completely shredded up.
Thank
Mr.
you,
Leva,
Giovanni.
You were making all those comments. Come on, let's see what you got.
No way. There's no Sean Ray.
I
does
like
not
Sean Ray. He's a Chad, but
first of all, Sean Ray would be in the 212 class, right? But no way. Hadi's too big, too round, too gnarly, grainy. No way. And I'm a huge Sean Ray fan. He's the guy that I looked at in a magazine. I was like, I want to be a bodybuilder. It never happened, obviously, but there's no way. No fucking way.
I was a young kid.
King, we were there. We saw it.
I was a young kid watching the Mr. Olympia with my dad, and I was just a young fucking kid, and he was looking at it, and he literally hated everything until Sean came on, and he looked over at me. He goes, "Now that's a fucking body."
Right.
That was my dad's eye back in the fucking late 80s. Armand, Sean Ray, Hadi Choopan at their best.
I mean, judging criteria today, Hadi. I mean, you know, if it was back then, Sean. You know.
So let's have. So I'm gonna make this a little bit fun here. I know what the answer is gonna be, but I always like asking this one. Ronnie Coleman, 2003, walks on stage against all these guys. What happens?
No.
Over.
Can I answer that? Can I answer that?
There's a mogging.
This is what I like. I love bringing this up because I want people to understand what I was fucking competing against. And when I'm looking at backstage, I'm looking at these guys pump up. I'm like, you gotta be fucking kidding me, man. What the fuck is that?
No, can I answer that real quick? I don't like putting Ronnie Coleman in these scenarios because Ronnie Coleman is the Muhammad Ali of bodybuilding. He is the Babe Ruth of bodybuilding. He is the Mariano Rivera of bodybuilding. Nobody beats him any time period ever. That's
Especially the 2003 version. That was a 200.
The 2003 version
89,
was
95 pounds.
ridiculous. It was insane. Nobody's ever seen anything like that. Nobody's ever seen anything like that since. It was just crazy. That
Yeah, I like his 98 version.
Did you ever see like when Mayweather would go back to the corner and sit on his chair and his father would say to him, "You having a good time?" Yeah, because there's nothing you could tell the best fighter in the world. There's nothing you could do to Ronnie that that you can't. There's nothing you could put up against him that beats him.
What about
Zero.
Big Lenny?
Yeah.
I got a great Ronnie Coleman story real quick. He came to guest pose at the Body Rock one year, and I was picking him up from the airport, and the first thing he said, give me something to eat. I don't need to eat. That's all right. So I got him something to eat. Then he said he wants to do back with me. I said, he goes, let's go train back. I said, sure. So I take him to Gold's gym in Tyson's Corner. Now, my gym in Tyson's Corner was a little bit fucked up because the cardio equipment was downstairs and the weights were upstairs. I don't know why they did that. Because as soon as you drop the fucking 10-pound dumbbell, you could hear a little thing. But anyway, so as we going in, the manager of the place was this pissant guy. His name was Timmy. As soon as he saw Ronnie and me walking in, he pulled me aside. He goes, just so you know, can't be making too much noise in here. Ronnie heard him. Ronnie looked at him and just went like this, and we went upstairs. King, yeah, we're deadlifting. Jason, I'm talking when he 405 and just from here he would drop the weights on purpose. The whole fucking gym was shaking like this. Now here's the best part of the story. The manager came up, saw me, went crazy. What happened 10 minutes later? Word got out that Ronnie was there. There was a line. Every member of the gym left, went to the fucking 7-Eleven in the bookstore to get magazines, and he was there signing fucking autographs for the next 2 hours. Ronnie Coleman.
Yeah, I believe it.
It was unbelievable, man. And he didn't give a. I mean, he told me, he goes, "Hey, next time I'm gonna drop more weights." Fuck him.
When I first walked into a gym, Metroplex, I mean, that's who I saw training. I mean, that's the gym I started training at when I was 15. And I walked in, I saw Ronnie Coleman. I'm like, what is this? And I'm like, and I wanted to bodybuild. And I'm like, okay. And so I thought that was like what you had to look like. And yeah, so.
Yeah, when he guest posed that night at the Body Rock, I had a training partner. His name was Sam, and I was a pro at then. You know, I was a big guy, IFBB professional, and I kept saying, Sam, well, I got him front row seats. I'm like, wait till you see this, and he kept saying to me, man, I see you every day. I don't need to think out. When Ronnie walked out on stage, I wish I had a camera to take a picture of his fucking face. I think he literally saw a goddamn alien from Area 51 walk out there, man. He was in awe and in shock, and his mouth would not close. I'm like, he goes, what the fuck is that? I said, that's Mr. Olympia. Now you understand what that means. You got that word, Mr. Olympia. He goes, yeah, man, I had no fucking idea. That's how big that motherfucker was, man. He guest posed at 320 pounds. 320. Good old days.
I got a question for you, King.
Yes, sir.
I had Greg Valentino on the other night.
Oh, boy.
and he told me to ask you this question.
Oh shit!
He wanted to know if you remember when you tried to hook him up with a transvestite in the Palladium.
You know how many times he said that fucking story on our end? Do you have any idea?
I've heard it a lot.
Every time the legend of that story gets a little bit more wacky and a little bit more crazy. Okay? I'll tell you exactly what happened. He liked trannies. Okay? And we're all sitting there on the fucking second. Like, the Sound Factory had the basement, the dance floor, the third floor, which we all hung out. And then there was the Asian Mafia used to go on the top floor. There's 4 floors. And then everybody be walking around like sardines like this upstairs, doing the little rounds. And I was talking to a girl who was Asian that was standing next to another girl who was a tranny. And then Valentino came over to me and goes, "Hey, introduce me to your friend." I said, "She's not my friend, but I can try to, help you. But she's a tranny. You're okay with that?" He goes, "Yeah, that's fine." That's the story. I turned around and I said to the Asian girl, "Hey, can you introduce your friend to my friend over here?" Yep, that was it. Now, it went from that to me hooking him up with fucking transvestites. What the fuck is that?
You tricked him.
There's more
Right?
to the story. He said that the transvestite wanted you. He didn't want Greg. He wanted you.
No, man, no. That's not how it works. That's not. Let me tell you something about the factory. That's not how it works. The trannies in there stuck. They did their own thing. Nobody bothered anybody in there. Everybody was friendly, and it wasn't like like the trannies would do their own thing and then everybody else would do their own thing. But he liked trannies. That's the.
Well, he didn't
gist
deny
of the fucking
that
story. My God.
Yeah, he didn't deny that he liked tranny. He said he literally would just pop her in the can. he said his ham in her can. That's what he said.
Oh my God. What the fuck? You got Lee Priest and Valentino, the 2 biggest lunatics on the fucking planet.
Oh yeah, they're definitely going back to series until his bodybuilding. That's for sure.
Yeah. All right, fellas. So let's move on to something else, something more interesting, because right now it's still the female bodybuilders. What's up with the insulin these days? In my time, I'll bring it out there. I'll put myself out there. Jason, you can be right after me. Armon, you can go in there too. In my time, we didn't do insulin in the off season. We did it the last 3 days before the show so we can carb up. If you had a weak body part, Chad will tell me, maybe on whatever body part you want to work on, you'll have an insulin spike once a week. We could do that. But we never touched it in the off season. What is going on? Because I'm looking at the kids nowadays from my point of view, watching them. When I do cardio, I'm a watcher. I like to watch it. They run in the bathroom every 15 minutes, come back with these colorful jugs of fluids, this and that. What's going on with that? Jason, do you see the same thing with this insulin?
So no, I don't. I train early in the morning, so I don't see a lot of competitors. And if I do, I don't really pay attention to what they're doing. But I did it differently, and I wasn't a big insulin guy. I would use insulin intra workout, and I would do it to target areas to create, better blood flow, create more protein synthesis just to get a better anabolic synergistic effect. I would mix it with some IGF LR3, and I would inject it, in 5 units, split between 2 body parts into, by biceps or triceps if I was training that day, because that's what I was trying to get bigger. And I would drink carbs. I would drink my intra workout, and it would just shuttle everything into those cells. And I felt it, dude. I felt like I felt it rush into the area. My pump was great. I had carbs in my system, so I didn't have to really worry about becoming hypoglycemic. But insulin, I wasn't a big carb guy, so I kind of used insulin the best way I could without having to worry about eating carbs all day. So I did it differently, so the way guys did it in our time, King. And I'm not even sure how people are doing it nowadays. I'm far away from that conversation.
The way you're describing it is the Milos method. That's the way that he does it. He does the intro with the cookies and Gatorade. I tried that when I went out to Fullerton and trained with him for a week. I threw up every single time.
Oh, really?
Every single time I threw up. And then he had me chew these fucking glucose tabs. You're going to have to chew 2 more. You got to chew 2 more. You're throwing everything up. Me personally, if I ever took insulin the all season, bro, I would blow up to 310 pounds.
Yeah.
Like, in 2 days, I would just get so fucking big. I didn't like that. I couldn't take showers. I would be in the shower, and then I had to stop and catch my breath.
Right.
I couldn't do it. And now that I see it and then the dosages, and Armon can speak to this, the dosages that I see right now that's coming out of the Middle East, I'm surprised these people are not dying every day.
How much were you using? How much were you using?
About 60 units a day.
Oh, dude, I was doing 5 units.
60. That's what they're doing now. And Armon said the other night they're doing what, 30 IUs of growth.
Holy shit! 60.
Well, I see them doing like Lantus 100 a day, and then I see them do like the fast acting like a Humalog, 30, 40, 50 with each meal. I mean, they're doing like 200 units a day of insulin. So.
2 cc.
Yeah, the big thing is the IGF and the Increlex. Like you see a lot of guys today. In a couple years, their face. I get it. Your face changes. Their face changes dramatically just within a couple years. I mean, they don't even look like the same person with the growth everywhere, and that's just the excess of the growth too. I mean, these guys taking 20, 30 IUs of growth a day. So
can you believe that, Jason? If I took 10 IUs of Humatrope, my hand, I would be like this the entire time while I'm doing cardio. The entire time. I mean, just annoyed because my hands were falling asleep.
Yeah.
Can you imagine doing 30?
I think I did 8 at my highest. 6 or 8, from what I remember. I mean and I thought that was high back then. I can't imagine. I mean, there's no way that's all being utilized. It's unnecessary. And then you're becoming dose dependent. Now you got to do that much, or your body's not going to respond. And the more dose dependent these guys get, the more they really alter. Like Armon just said, they alter their facial structure, and then their endo system is in fucking haywire, and probably why so many people are banged up nowadays.
their feet grow like 3 sizes within a year.
Yeah.
Their fingers start getting those big sausage fingers, and they start like it starts. I think it just starts over 10. You just start getting side effects like the feet growth, hand growth, facial growth. I don't think it's doing anything extra to benefit them with their physiques.
The good
I never did
days
insulin, so I can't comment. I honestly, once a trainer told me he thinks I should start doing insulin, I was done. I was like, nah, we're done.
I know girls that do it now, man.
Jesus Christ!
Let me tell you something about. I do want to mention this because we're all in the same technical profession. I fix so many other trainers' problems. It's not even funny. I can't tell you how many bikini girls contact me and say, I just paid X amount of dollars in the thousands to this person. This is the diet to send me. Is this okay? And I look at the diet and I'm like, what is this? I mean, Jason, Armon, it has become an absolute joke watching these people and how they manipulate and convince these people that they know what they're doing. Half a tablespoon of almond butter with 1 drop of oil plus half a banana with a raisin that comes from the mountains of Bolivia. And I'm looking at this. It's a Palumbo. I said, Dave, is this what's going on? And he looked at it. He goes, what the fuck is this garbage? I'm like, the guy's charging her $3,000 for this.
At one point, at Destination Dallas, it's a big bodybuilding competitive gym here in Dallas. This guy, he was coaching people. He had all the bikini girls on trend. He was training, and so those girls told their friends, "Oh well, I'm squatting 315, and look at my legs." And then a bunch of people started doing it, and then I'm like, and they're asking me, "Why wouldn't I do it if it does that?" I go, "Keep doing it. See what happens. You did a few shots. You're squatting a lot. Do it a few more times and see what happens to your face." And like I would make a video about just young kids using insulin now. And one of my friends saw it. She's a big influencer. And, and then she messaged me like months later. She's like, "Hey, do you think I should use trend for my show this year?" I'm like, You saw my video and commented on it like it was bad at that time. Why are you asking me this now? And girls were using Anadrol to get fuller at the end. I'm like, this is crazy. So, yeah, that was a little phase that was going on. And girls still do take that stuff. I mean, you know, bikini girls, they still do that stuff. So,
You see any of this, Jason?
King, what happened to the good old days where the strippers just came out of the bar and walked on stage and looked good?
I had a girl. I had a stripper in Daytona when I went to guest post one time. The promoter took me to a strip club, and she recognized me, and she started to do her quarter turns naked on stage and wanted me to evaluate her.
I bet.
That's a true story, man. Mike Z, he hangs out with Dan Solomon. He was there. He's like, "Are you fucking kidding me? This fucking black chick got up there. What do you think?" I'm like, "Yeah, you look good."
all the girls used to, all the strippers used to be in shape. I mean, I used to go up to the lodge and sell. I'd go up there and eat a steak dinner and bring Growth, Clint, and a bar and hang out there for an hour to leave a steak dinner. This was like 10, 15 years ago, and leave. That's when the strippers used to, you know, be in shape and have little abs. And
had big tits.
At the high end places. So
I'm really annoyed that strippers don't have big tits anymore. They just have big asses. It bothers me. All right.
yeah,
The reason why I haven't been so interactive with you guys is because I'm handling the technical part of it. So it's me and my boy Louie handling the technical part of it. So now we're all finally set. It only took me an hour, but we're all set. So now I get it interactive.
What do you mean?
To get
the
everything
technical
ready.
part of what?
The show. What do you mean? Somebody's got to be manning the StreamYard. Dave's at the Olympia.
Yeah, it just runs. What do you mean?
No, there's more to it because they're sending me pictures. I have the live stream going. The whole.
Oh, you're gonna put pictures up.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Oh my God, they
That's
still
different.
haven't learned. They still haven't learned. I don't understand. I think Jay Cutler was right when he boycotted prejudging, saying that you got to tell these. What happened, man? What, Armon? Why can't they just say you guys are going on at fucking 8 o'clock sharp?
I think it's because people are saying stuff, and I think, you know, Jake Wood, he's never competed. If you never competed, you don't know what it feels like, and so I think Jake
Wood, fan of the females too.
Yeah. But if someone's telling you this, and he's one of those, he's a rich dude, and he has a lot of power, and it's one of those guys that he just won't do it just because people are saying it. But now that people like Jay Cutler is not going to prejudge it because of it, I think that, you know, they should stop the show at a certain time. Hey, you bodybuilders are going on to resume the show after the open bin.
So, John, you got to understand something, man. They conform us and they breed us in the NPC. Jason is there. He'll tell you. If you're backstage at the Nationals and they call your fucking name and you don't say here, you're scratched. They don't care. They didn't care if you trained your ass off and you were one of the magazine guys. They will scratch you. Jason will attest to it right now. They will fucking scratch your name right there. I've seen so many people yelling and crying backstage like, fuck you, get out of here. You should have been here on time. So they put that into our brains, and then you get there backstage and you have to wait and wait and wait and fall asleep.
Hurry up and wait.
What they say this year? You guys don't have to come at 6. You know, you can come at 8. You know, but you might not be up till, you know, whatever. So this year they said you don't have to come at 6. Well, thanks.
There just doesn't seem to be any rhyme or reason to when they bring them out. You know, I was trying to put it together in my head, like maybe if they bring the open guys out, the seats are going to empty out, so they don't want to do that right away. You know,
where are they at in the show now, King?
Women's bodybuilding still.
This is they're at the last competitor. Miss Olympia is on right now. And then after this is wellness.
Oh, Christ.
We still have fucking wellness.
I'm not gonna make it. My daughter's got a too early game tomorrow.
Oh my God.
I think they're just expecting the bodybuilders to just eventually accept it and deal with it, and you know, learn to manipulate everything. I don't know how you manipulate everything to go on that late. I mean, when they train, these guys are already in bed.
Wasn't that the problem last year? They got on at like 1 a.m.
late.
All the time?
Yeah,
That
we
was
were
a
on last
huge
year.
problem last year, and a lot of people fucking complained. And one of the people that actually said something about it was Palumbo, and they fucking Jake Wood yelled at him and said, "You're just trying to get clicks. That's clickbait bullshit." And they was like, "No, you're destroying these guys' physiques.
Right.
We want to see Mr. Olympia at their peak. We want to see these guys battle it out at their absolute best, and you're not doing that." And what happens is that people are going to spill over. People are going to fucking do this. You, Jason, man, even you with all the conditioning and precision that you had, you also can, because we had time. They told us that at noon we're starting. Okay, I got it. I'm going to have my last meal here. I'm going to have my rice cake here. I'm going to have my honey here, and we're set to go. It's not like that anymore, man. You know how many clients I have right now, they go backstage and they don't go on until 2 o'clock in the afternoon?
Well, dude, I remember the last couple of years of my last couple of Olympias. I don't even think they told. It was just like, you're going on at this time. You're a pro. Show up we don't give a shit when you get backstage, but be on stage at this time.
Right.
So we could have got there 20 minutes earlier if we wanted to.
Absolutely.
But you started on time, yeah.
Yeah, Andrea's finishing up right now.
Yeah.
Andrea lost to the number 2 girl on the last show they did.
Hey, Missy won again, huh?
Yeah, Missy Trescott. She won the fitness.
She looked good, right?
Yeah, she did.
You see anything different from her surgery?
No, she looks fantastic.
All right, good. I like
Missy. She came back 100%.
Yeah, dude, she's a hard worker, dude. I saw her after it happened, and my heart went out to her, dude. She's a warrior.
What kind of surgery?
Man.
What was it? What happened?
That's when you know when you're a fucking warrior, when you come back from a fucking injury like that.
That was ACL, right?
Yeah.
Really?
I think ACL and meniscus, or ACL and MCL. I think it was 2. I think it was 2 injuries, and it happened during her routine.
Yeah.
Wow. Especially fitness.
Well, dude, I love fitness just because,
Impressive.
well, yeah, I like seeing routines. I like seeing athletes, and, it's a lot different than just a girl, no disrespect to bikini or anything else, but I like athletes, and the women's fitness was always fun to watch, I remember competing at the Olympia, and even years I didn't compete at the Olympia, I went to the fitness show. I wanted to go see the women's fitness. The old Kelly Ryan days. Remember that, King?
I remember.
Before.
Speaking of her, did you see the Craig Titus movie?
No.
It's on Tubi. You gotta watch it.
I don't want to give it the clicks.
How many documentaries are they going to make about this guy? I mean,
Fit for Murder. That's the name of it, and it's on Tubi. And it's free. Tubi's free. You don't need to buy it, or it's just an app you download and you can watch any movie. It's great. They got some things right. A lot of it was bullshit, but they got some things right.
Really?
Yeah, it's nice. It's interesting because we knew him.
Yeah.
Like my sister was watching it and she was like attached. And she's like, "Is that true? Is that true?" I'm like, kinda.
Were you ever friendly with him?
Listen, we kind of like buried the hatchet in Australia because we had that call out, and Wayne did that on purpose. We weren't even close on the scorecards. I was crushing him, but he wanted to pull me out. The fans went fucking nuts. Afterwards, backstage, when prejudging was done, I went up to him. I said, "Look, man, you're a fucking nightmare. Let's end this." And he goes, "All right." But I've known people like him that when you're a drug addict, you just can't control.
Yeah.
There's no control whatsoever, man. You just go down this path of no control. And if you can't control your life, man, you're fucked. And look what happened.
See, I was friends with Craig for a while. I used to stay with him out in California when I went to go do my photo shoots and stuff, and we did some other business together, and then he just started going in that direction, and we just kind of went our separate ways. But then him and I had a little falling out at one of the shows, and got a little heated, and then literally it was like 3 months later that incident happened. So I was like, fuck, man, wow. Like
you remember when that incident happened and we were all sitting there saying, "Oh, he's in Mexico. Craig's gone. He's in a non-extradition country." He was
Massachusetts.
sleeping in a truck in Massachusetts while his girlfriend's getting her nails done.
Get her
What
nails
the
done.
hell?
Well, actually, he was staying at a friend of ours' house. This guy, I think, if I can remember correctly, Matt Klein. Did you know him?
I did know Matt Klein, yeah.
So Matt called me after the fact and said, "Dude, Craig showed up. Dude, I didn't know what the fuck to do." He's like, "I had heard the story, but didn't know all the details." And then, it was literally a couple days later the cops found him. So
King,
John,
Lee
you wanna
Priest
say
said-
something?
Lee Priest said that you used to get Craig so mad that he thought he was gonna put you in the back of a car and light the car on fire.
Craig had the thinnest skin ever,
he did.
and getting called out, at the Olympia when we got called out, it was me, him, and Melvin. And there was these 3 guys in the front row, and they were dying laughing because I knew how to get under his skin. And Craig would be going crazy, and all I had to do was say, "Bald," and "Fuck you, you motherfucker." And that's all I said was "bald." That's it. And the guys in the front row were crying, laughing. They're like, "Craig, calm down, calm down."
Hold on,
Craig.
King.
Yeah.
Louis doesn't know the story. Louis is my tech guy. Louis doesn't know the story. Quickly tell the story about Craig Titus and why he's in jail right now, because it's a fucking crazy story, and Louis doesn't know it.
The speedy version, he's a drug addict, liked to do threesomes, shared his wife with other people. They had a assistant. They hired this girl named Melissa James. She came in. Craig started to fuck around with her. Kelly found out. They fought a couple times. One day when Craig was at the gym, Kelly and Melissa got into it. Kelly apparently tased her to death. Craig comes home, finds her dead. In his drug-influenced brain, they throw her body down the stairs about 3 or 4 times so her neck would break. So they would tell the cops she fell down. That didn't work. So they put her in a piece of suitcase. They put the suitcase in the back of her Jaguar. At 1 o'clock in the morning, they went to Walmart in Vegas and they bought like 50 bottles of lighter fluid. Then they ended up going to the desert. They called some guy they knew who was a criminal. They let the car. They set the car on fire, and then they reported their Jaguar stolen. Did I miss anything?
Yeah. Yeah. One thing you missed. They injected her with morphine to make her look like she overdosed.
There you go. That's the part that I missed.
True story, dude. I swear to God. And the guy's doing life in prison. The girlfriend came out, but the guy's doing life in prison.
Yeah, Kelly's out right now, and she's apparently like born again.
Yeah,
Goes
they're
to
all
church
fucking
every
born again.
night. Yeah, the whole church thing that she's doing right now.
Yeah, they're all born again after they, commit murder and do drugs. And
The best was his parole hearing. Did you see that one online?
No.
Yeah.
Oh, Jason, you got to see his parole hearing. He whipped out, typical Craig. He whipped out 600 pieces of paper. He said, "I've been good behavior. I've been cleaning up. I did work for the children's fund for prisoners, this and that." And at the end, the judge goes, "You murdered a girl and left her in the fucking desert. Get the fuck out of here."
Like talking about the details, like not only she was dead, but y'all burned her body.
She was like this, listening to him for half an hour talk about how he's been helping this, and he's a good member of society, and he in jail he cleans everything up, and she just was like, and she goes, "You murdered a girl, put her body in a suitcase, and burnt her body in the desert. Get the fuck out of here."
yeah. Go back to your cell. You're not going to see the light of day again. Forget it. Don't even come to the parole hearings anymore.
Is he in for life?
Yeah.
I don't think.
Well, no. I mean,
he ain't getting out, man. He's not getting out.
yeah.
There's no way. There's no fucking God.
You never know. I don't think he'll live to, be able to get out. I don't think his health is, probably.
How did his girl get out?
She rolled out.
He was the only one that showed remorse. Even in sentencing, and I remember this, he was going out still trying to say the world's against him. He did nothing wrong. The girl attacked him. She was already dead. Their only crime was lighting the car on fire with her in it. But Kelly came forward and admitted everything. And he said she's just saying that to protect herself. And so because he showed no remorse in his actions, the judge, dropped the hammer on him, and I believe that's the only reason. And I think
I think
Kelly had a
Craig took
smaller
kind of
part.
responsibility too, though.
Yeah, and Kelly had a smaller part in maybe the actual murder. I think Craig was choking her. I didn't know about I think she tased her, but I don't think she tased her to death. I thought they got into a fight. Craig choked her out and murdered her through strangulation. And
Yeah,
then,
that's what documentary say, that he strangled. He
I
strangled
think
her.
he strangled her.
Like,
and then he
smothered
hit
her
her
or
with the
something.
morphine to make it look like she overdosed. And then they put her in the trunk and lit the car on fire to get rid of all the evidence.
You can't make this shit up.
But they got him on video. They got him at video at Home Depot, like buying the flammable shit and
Walmart.
And she was flying home the next day.
Lighter fluid, right?
20 fucking cans of lighter fluid. Oh, guys, I don't want to. Let's just make this announcement right now. Andrea Shaw, 4-time Miss Olympia. Congratulations, Andrea. She just won.
Nice.
But she was flying home the next day. You could have just let her flew home, and none of that could have happened.
What are the odds that she
Armand,
gets into a
listen,
healthy
man,
relationship with somebody now?
When you're fucked up when you're a drug addict, man, we all know some people like that. They do the dumbest and stupidest things, not even thinking about it. We all saw that shit coming with Craig. Any man who shares his wife with other people has got mental issues, man.
Bro.
You got fucking.
I meet so many guys that are into that, and they go out and swing, and there's so many there's so many people I meet that's like that. I mean, that's
I can't even.
Listen, Armand, it's a cultural thing now. I think it's gotten a lot worse. I'm not going to mention any names, but I was dating a girl last year who, every time I'm banging this fucking girl, it's the same thing. Please, let's go get a blonde. I want the three of us. And then, but we're out in public. If I did this and turn my head back, it was a 20-minute fight. Who are you looking at? What are you looking at? And I used to look at her and say, you want me to bring another girl in this relationship?
That's a crazy bitch, King. That's what you had. You had a crazy bitch.
Back? What the fuck do you think is going to happen if we have a threesome?
That's how it always is. All my friends that have those type of relationships, that their wife or girlfriend's jealous all the time. Like my training partner I used to train with, he was like 10 years older than me. We would be training and just blowing up the phone. I'm like, dude, y'all do this every weekend, party and all these different girls. Who cares if you're another girl right now? It's like you're training with me. It's just and they're all like that. It's or letting other dudes come, and it's just a lot of people do that stuff.
And it's not just the United States. It's all over. When I went to the Middle East, when I went to Dubai, when I went to Kuwait, same thing, man. When you go to these clubs, and all the girls think it's cool to be bisexual now. It's weird.
Yeah, no,
I've never seen
it's totally acceptable.
Yeah. I mean, it's to them, it's nothing. And then when you talk to them, I have clients right now who talk, young and girls in their 20s, and they're like, yeah, it's fun once in a while to have a threesome and have a girl go down on you, but I want a guy. And I want to turn around and say, you don't realize what you're fucking yourself up for the future so bad you don't even know it. You have no.
Then they want to tell you how selective they are when it comes to men. You bounce back and forth to genders, but when it comes to guys, you're selective.
John, I had a client who was from London, and pretty girl. She moved to Canada because she wanted to start her career. And she went over there and she realized it's not that easy to become a trainer or this and that. And long story short, she called me up and she goes, listen, I'm going to put this, this competing and stuff aside. I got to do something for my life and this and that. Okay. 2 months later, she contacts me. She's got a Porsche. She's living in a penthouse. She's got all the whole things. And I'm like, what did you do? She goes, I just started an OnlyFans page. She's making $20,000 every 4 or 5 days.
Yeah, you sold your soul to the devil is what you did.
4 to 5 days she's making.
Yeah.
The thing is, every girl that's like my friends that date now, that's in the 20s, 30s, every girl, the cute girl they meet, they do OnlyFans. Like they all do it. It's just like shit, Like I have a daughter. It's like, what's the girl world going to be like? You got to talk to your kids, man. It's just.
Yeah, the girls have literally sold their soul. They it's ridiculous. It's fucking ridiculous.
Yeah,
it's like, you know, who the simps that watch all these OnlyFans too,
That's
you
the
know,
biggest problem.
porn's free, but you know, they build these like obsessions. Like Larry Wills, you know, he talked about it a lot. Like he was spending what, 10,000 a month or something crazy, you know, or a
Yeah, I
week
did
or,
a
something, or
video on
something
that.
like
And I ripped
that.
them apart. It was ridiculous.
And I think he said he fell back into his addiction with it. But it's like you become obsessed with these OnlyFans girls, and then you just like, it's crazy to
Oh,
me.
can I use
And
your
then
bathroom again?
the problem though, with the problem, the girls, a girl that's a 3 thinks she's a 10, and then you know, go out into the normal dating world, and she's, you know, my friend's like, man, it sucks to date. It sucks dating now. I'm so glad I'm married and not dating. It seems miserable to date, you know.
I'm glad I
I
had
know.
my fun. That's what I'm glad of. I had all my fucking fun. I did all the crazy things that I could possibly think of. The only time recently for me that I lost it a little bit again is I was with a girl for 4 years. She was 20 years younger than me, and she was perfect. She was the greatest thing that I ever had in my life. She was my best friend. We were training partners, and she knows who she is if she's watching this right now.
Did you light it on
But
fire?
she wanted kids, and I didn't. That was the hardest goodbye I had ever made in my life. I mean, I went into complete depression. And when I came out of the depression, I listened to the wrong people because everybody kept saying, look, you need ass to get you out of this slump. So after her, there was Carissa, Alyssa, Alicia, Vanessa.
Everything that ends in an A.
But it didn't do anything for me. It did absolutely nothing for me.
Guys are what's up? Guys are going on. Hadi's up right
Hadi.
now.
Okay, we're there.
Yeah, Hadi's up right
Here
now.
we go. Here we go. Let's see what we got.
Can we split the screen? Can you share with the rest of us viewers?
John's not here. I don't know where he went.
Put it back. Let's see what we got, fellas.
They're doing individual or they're doing groups?
No, it's Hadi's number
Individual.
1.
He's not as full on the legs. He's hard, but his
Hold on.
legs aren't.
I'm looking at the upper pecs to see if it's striated.
He looks a little flat.
I can't tell. Why is
It's hard to
Armon,
tell.
is it dark or is it me?
It's a little dark, like last year. It's dark again.
Why is it dark again?
It's midnight.
And then the background, that all that crazy shit, you know. His glutes don't look. They look a little. I don't know. The picture last year, we were doing the same thing.
His hamstrings are torn to pieces. He looks good. He has that Arnold Classic look, but it just. I wish Jason could see. It looks like it's in dark. What happened?
It is.
Turn on the fucking lights.
We're just gonna have to see him next to someone else because it's hard to tell right here, you know.
Let's see the
His
ab
legs are
shot. Okay, that's a
hard.
better shot right there. Now he looks good.
Yeah.
Yeah, he looks good. Color's on. He looks good.
Ah, nice.
I don't know what the hell happened to the color. I know I'm going to repeat this 10,000 times. It was all good until now.
All the girls look normal, and then the men get up, and it looks like they turned the lights down. I think they did turn the lights down because you know when you're in the audience.
If anybody can hear who's watching this and can text Dan Solomon right now, somebody fucking text him and say turn on the lights.
Why are the lights always a problem in bodybuilding contests? I don't understand this.
Well,
John,
now
look
they
at
try
the
to make it
fucking
like
Who's
a
that man?
club experience. When you're at the Olympia, you feel like you're in a club. I mean, it's like a whole experience. I don't know the last time you guys been. It's been about, I think, 11 years for me. But when I went then, it was like they turned the lights down too. And, you know, I think they turned the lights down for the open men. I don't know. We have to have
I can't see that. I can't see. I'm watching the live stream right now. I can't see a goddamn thing.
Hey, John, can you
Jason,
share it or
it's
no?
not just me, man. I'm telling
Theo
you,
LaGuerria.
it looks like they turned off the lights.
John, can you share the screen or no?
No, I'm watching on my phone. It's Theo LaGuerria that's up now.
And now when they come to this angle, you can see stuff. As soon as they go to the back right here, you can't see shit. Oh my God, they did this to us again. Why? Armon, do something.
Yeah.
Why did they do this again with the light? Everything was fine. All the women we just saw, we could see them. Why did they turn off the fucking lights?
Wait. I don't know where he's stepping. It looks like it. Yeah.
I don't know who this is.
That's Theo LaGuerria.
Okay.
He's not going to break the top 10, but he, he's a smaller bodybuilder with decent shape, and he comes in shape all the time. He's a good bodybuilder, but I forgot what show he won.
Okay, so we got Raphael on.
Raphael.
Raphael looks good. He looks good.
Oh,
Front
wow.
shots look good. Okay, front lat spread looks decent. He's got striated, separated quads. Okay.
Right back.
I want to see the back double bicep. That's going to tell the whole story.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, he looks good. Okay, let's see the.
He looks really good. Small waist. Yeah.
Yeah, he looked good. Back double bicep is excellent. Nah, he looks good.
The glutes are in, but they're not like shredded, but they're in.
Yeah.
Yeah, the hamstrings are more impressive than anything else.
Yeah. He looks really good.
Yep, I agree, man. He does look good.
Yeah, his legs are pretty crazy.
Well, he improved greatly, that's for sure.
Big time. He was eating a lot. I don't know. I watched a couple of his videos, and he ate a lot of food on this prep. Like he's eating a lot.
He's another guy that's got God-given shape, balance, and structure. Like you can't. His shape is incredible.
Yeah.
Oh, there's Hadi.
From Tomball, Texas, Hunter, Labrada. This is the biggest Hunter and hopefully
Hey, Hunter.
Let's see Hunter. Let's see if he has overcome that water issue. Okay.
It's always when he starts posing and compared. That's when he starts, sweating like a pig.
It looks good so far.
The pictures that Sid is sending us seem better than the live stream.
Yeah, thank God. Yeah, he looks good. Hunter looks good. I'll give him that.
Yeah.
He's in
Color's
the,
good.
Let's see the back double bicep. The hams are in. Good. The Christmas tree is in. No, he looks good.
Yeah.
Excellent.
The problem with him when he's in the comparisons, he always starts fading fast, and that's what happened in Texas 2 years ago with Andrew Jack. Like it was kind of close, and then they were posing him, and then he just faded really fast. The whole sweating and getting flat and all that.
So far, so good. So far, Hunter looks very, very good.
Really good,
Yeah. Good shot.
Best I think he's ever looked.
The quads are nice and separated. I give him that. Great shot right there. Okay, good. Not bad, man. Hunter. Let's see if he keeps this conditioning through prejudging.
Who was that?
Hunter.
He looked good.
Yeah, he looked good for Hunter. That's for sure.
Really good.
Hunter looked good, King?
Yeah, he did.
He looks good for Hunter. He looks good for Hunter. Definitely improved from the last contest.
So here's another one that looks good. I think they're nailed the conditioning. These guys are nailing conditioning.
Who's on now?
John Jewell.
Okay.
Jewett.
This guy is usually spot on with his conditioning.
He used to be a 212, right?
Yeah, he used to be a 212 guy. He won his first open show.
Yeah, he looks good too. Glutes are sliced, hamstrings are sliced.
He's always on point at his shows. He's always comes on point.
Yeah, he always comes in.
Looks good. He's another one that looks good.
It looks like these guys nailed conditioning.
Does.
But it's going to come down to shape and flow and size if that's the case.
Yeah, Hunter and Brandau were better than I will place them ahead of him. But he does look good.
You know how it is. You can go up there right now and look great, and then once you start running them through it, just boom.
Yeah, then you see who. Yeah,
insulin,
then you see who fades and
whatever you look on, or
No, I agree. I think so far.
Oh shit.
Everybody but Theo LaGuerria beats John Jewett. Even Theo probably looks. There's
Who's that, Stewart or Hunter?
that's Hunter.
Fuck, he looked good.
Yeah, he looked good. There's no question about it.
Okay, we got Delarosa up.
All right.
Let's see what we got, John. Let's see what you got.
Yeah, I'm really rooting for Delarosa, man.
Let's see. Let's see. Okay.
Because I had a private conversation with Delarosa, and he's really hoping to break the top 6.
Yeah, that's not going to happen.
Yeah, that's not going to happen either. But that was his gun for this year. That was his target for this year. Damn, he looks on too. Damn.
Yeah, he looks good, but it's not top 6.
No, definitely not.
No. Yeah, his glutes are sliced. He looks good. Lower back there's nothing there. Yeah, he looks good.
Yeah.
I mean, this is one of the best John Delarosas I've seen, but he's not beating Raphael, and he's not beating Hadi, and he's not beating
Hunter.
No.
Definitely not.
No.
Yeah.
But he does look great.
He looks fantastic.
Yeah, he does.
That's his pose right there. Nice. Yeah, good. That was a good John. That's a good version of Delarosa. I'll give him that. So far, conditioning, excellent on everybody. Brandon Curry.
Here we go.
A slow Dexter walk.
Dexter had the best walk on stage.
Like, I don't give a shit.
Yeah, he didn't give a fuck.
Let's see.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
No.
Nah.
Okay.
It's hard to tell with the color right now. But.
Great side chest as always.
That's a good shot, yeah.
Yeah, great side tricep as always. It's fantastic.
Nah, man, he's gonna fall.
Yeah, I don't see him in the top 6.
Nah, I don't see him either. He's gonna fall off.
I have Raphael over him.
Don't
so.
fucking everybody remember what I said, because there was a lot of shit talking going on in the comment section when we were talking earlier. So somebody said that my headband was too tight and I couldn't think straight.
What'd they say?
The trolls are coming after you, man.
Yeah.
What are they saying?
No, earlier when we were talking the predictions,
yeah,
and I was giving my opinion, somebody said that my bandana is too tight because I can't think straight.
I don't even watch them. I don't even have it on mine.
The guy paid $100 to say it. You didn't see it?
All right, so we got Martin
Ready?
out.
All right, here we go. Martin Fitzwater, new blood.
Color looks all, it's too light.
Okay.
That's what I was talking about earlier. Like
he's rushing through his poses. Martin, stop. Martin, slow down.
Yeah,
slow down, brother.
He's got Olympia nerves.
Okay, legs look good.
He looks like he's got a little water in the front.
Nice front lat spread. Nice front lat spread. Side chest. Yeah, listen. Martin is young, and he looks young.
Yes.
Yeah.
You know that you're looking at him right now, and you're like, yeah, he's got a bright future, but he just looks young to me.
Absolutely. What is he? 26, 27?
Yeah, I mean 26.
He looks like he's gonna film the water over him.
So far, I think he's. I mean, he's not exactly like the commentator just said. He's not lacking in anything. He's just young.
He just needs those years. I mean, he.
Right. Am I wrong, King? He looks like he's got some water in his midsection. Or am I wrong?
No, he's good.
Yeah.
No,
he looks like he's
hitting his shots way too fast. You know, because look at the striated upper quads. He looks good.
Yeah, he needs to hold those.
Yeah, he just needs to hold them.
Yeah,
blow out the midsection. Yeah.
He's got a little nerve. He's nerves. It's nerves. Olympia nerves.
It was,
First
it was a
Olympia.
good showing for Martin. It was definitely a good showing.
Oh, definitely, man. That guy's the future. There's no question. As long as he keeps his head on straight, he's gonna be one of the guys in the top 5 in the future.
Right.
Who's this? Akim?
Akim is up now. Fucking arms. Good Lord have mercy.
Yeah, he's probably going to be the biggest guy on
those arms
stage.
are ridiculous, man.
But you see what I mean about his shape, where his really, really high lat insertion?
Yeah, listen, this is a great look for Akim. You can tell he fucking suffered, but look at this shot right here. Yep, right there.
Look how high his lats are.
It's just when he hits, and there, look how much is missing from the middle of the back too.
Yes,
it's a genetic thing, man.
Yeah.
That's how my back always was. I could not get my back to,
He can stand next to anybody in these side shots. His side chest, his side tricep, his ab shots looks decent. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think.
Nah. I don't think. I think he. I think he missed him off a little bit. I mean, it doesn't look like he's 100% Akim. It's always difficult for him to dial in and nail it. I don't know what it is, but it's always difficult for him.
Samson,
here we go. Me and Samson are like this, son. Well, next to me and Arns. Me and Arns are like this.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah, Samson's on money.
How's he look?
Yeah, he looks fucking good.
Yeah, he does look good, man.
Yeah, he looks good.
I want to see what he turns
Legs
around.
are sliced and diced.
The separation is all the way up to his hip. That's so impressive.
I gotta see the back double bicep.
Yeah,
Okay,
exactly.
see the side chest.
His back double bicep is really is like his weakest
Side
shot.
chest is crazy. Okay, nice and full. His obliques are in. Control your stomach, Samson. Control your stomach, man. Let's see. Hams and glutes torn to pieces. Very good. And back double bicep. Yeah. Look, Samson, this is the best version of Samson I think I've seen, but still that needs more back thickness.
His lat spread is off the hook. It's his rear double bi. For some reason, can't stand toe-to-toe with the Derricks and the Hadis.
Side shots are fantastic. Side tricep is fantastic.
How's his conditioning compared to Hadi?
No. Hadi's conditioning is next. Hadi's conditioning.
Jason, to be honest with you, you got to see them standing next to each other.
Yeah.
You got to see them standing next. It's very hard to tell because of his skin tone. He's just so
He doesn't.
black.
He might look 2 or 3% better than he did in France when he competed a couple of weeks ago. Do you agree, King?
I think we need to see the pictures from Sid because I can't see shit.
Yeah, I know.
It's hard.
The pictures are coming. It's just coming slower. Mo Fuda. He almost tripped.
He had several weeks out. I guess it looked like he had an abscess drain like 6 weeks out. It was pretty bad for a while.
Really? From where?
Yeah. Huh?
Abscess from where?
He had abscess on his shoulder from obviously the shot, but
really?
it looks like he had it drained. But
here's another guy who's going to be the future. It's going to be him and Martin Fitzwater. I see great things in the future.
He's not in Olympia level.
No.
condition.
That shot is definitely not
He's
an
not,
Olympia condition.
because he's got a layer of water on his glutes
Big
and
time.
on his hands.
Big time. He might not even break the top 10.
Yeah, he's just got a layer of water.
Yeah, in the back.
Who's that?
Needs some hamstrings
Well,
for the
Bonac,
back. I
Bonac.
didn't see much hamstrings. He's pretty young too, though. Yeah.
He is young. Yeah, he's in his 20s.
Yeah. That's
You know.
impressive.
How do you think Nick Walker feels right now watching this?
I don't know.
I don't know what he feels. I mean, who knows?
He probably hates himself right now. He probably wishes he was up there battling it out.
He's got to be there, right?
What?
I'm sure he's there, right? He's got to be there.
He is. He's there at the
Yeah.
Raw booth. He's at the Raw booth.
Here we go, Andrew.
All right, here we go.
Show us what you got. Come on, Aceto. Come on, Aceto. What did you do?
What's with the shiny trunks?
See, look, when he walks out, he looks like Mr. Olympia, man. Yeah, he's fucking. I can't see the legs. It's too dark.
Mm-hmm.
No, we got to wait for the pics.
I cannot see
The comparisons.
I'm telling you, from mid quad down, it's black, pitch black. It's pitch black.
Yeah, you could. Yeah, it's rough. I don't. What is it with these live streams? Why can't get the lighting right, man?
Let's see. Does he look thick? Yeah, he does look thicker from the side. Okay, I'll give him that. He doesn't look shallow from the side like he did last year. You can see where those 20 pounds were added on. I can definitely see that. Let me see a side tricep, Andrew. Yeah.
No,
The lighting is killing me right now because I want to.
It's like. Let's see, back double bicep. What you got? No, it's a lat spread.
Lat spread.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, same thing. It looks like he's not as hard as the other guys in the glutes and hamstrings. I'm talking about.
You can't see anything. That's the problem.
It's too hard to tell right now. It's way too hard to tell.
We got to wait till the pictures come in. But from what the little bit I could tell, it looked. I don't think he's as hard as Hadi.
We had the same problem last year.
They got it right for wellness. They got it right for women's fucking physique. They got it right for fitness. When it comes to the men, they fuck it up. I don't know what the problem is.
It's almost at the point where it's like, why buy? I just spent $75 to buy this live stream.
right.
Yeah, people were, like I said, people were complaining about it earlier. Some said it was delaying, but that's not the case. But yeah, for a live stream, it should be,
Oh, Jason, I want to punch somebody.
All right,
Disappointing.
Bonac. All right, Bonac.
Bonac. Let's see what we got here.
The OG. Damn, he looks good from there.
Yeah, another mistake with the trunks. Never put patterns on your trunks.
Yeah, what is it with the patterns and the glitter and what
They're
the
trying to be
the
different.
glitter wet looks
Fucks it up.
fine.
You
That's
gotta go old school, one color.
yeah.
That's it.
The glitter, those are fine, but this
You like the glitter ARMON too? Yeah, I
do. I
like
the
the
glitter.
bedazzled look.
I like the
Yo,
wet.
Look,
TJ
he's fucking hard as nails.
Shredded.
Yeah, he is fucking hard as he's compact, and nobody has those glutes. Nobody.
Agreed.
And
So
that
far,
back.
nobody has those glutes. From what I could see on the shitty live stream, he's chiseled.
Yeah, he's fucking. I think out of next to Hadi, he's probably right there with the back shot so far.
Agreed.
Yeah, he's in
I
shape.
told my clients before, hey, don't wear those trunks. They're weird. Like his coach should have told him, like, hey, these are not prejudging trunks you wear.
He could wear fucking yellow, green, red. He could wear any color.
No, me and Dave did a whole play-by-play of a show one year when we went to Oklahoma. The trunks matter with the physique.
He looks like he's got animal print on. It looks like he killed a zebra or something.
Yeah, his conditioning, Jason, is Hadi-ish.
Yeah.
He looks good.
It's there. You'll see the pictures from Sid. His back double bicep shot. I don't think anybody will have hams and glutes like this fucking guy.
Yeah, he looks good. He's on. Good.
Who's this?
Bruno Santos.
Oh,
Where's he?
He's from Brazil. He won the UK. I believe it was the UK Pro. It was a light lineup, but
Yeah, he's
narrow.
He's
about last place right now.
Yeah, he's not breaking top 10. Yeah, exactly. If you watch him train, King, he's as strong as a tank. He's a fucking beast in the gym, but
structure.
Like he does the those gold 300-pound dumbbells that Goals in Venice has. He one-arm rows those.
Strength is relative, my friend, to your joints and tendons. Look at Sean Clarita. He fucking squats 5 plates all the way down to the ground and back up for like 10 reps.
Yeah,
He's
you're
what,
right.
170 pounds?
Yeah.
Right.
I think he's like 185 on stage, 180 or something.
I think these guys are trying to lift weight too heavy these days. They're not using good form. Like I see them train and they're just doing way too heavy, especially leading into it. I mean, you see Hadi the way what he's doing, the T-bar rows with everything loaded. I mean, he's kind of, you know.
Yeah, but it
Jason,
works for
so
Hadi.
far,
You can't deny
I'm
that
gonna
whatever
call
he's
it
doing
here.
works.
Well,
I think
King,
Hadi, so far, so we haven't seen Derek.
Yeah,
I
I'm
think
saying Derek.
Hadi right now.
So far, Hadi's winning. Yeah.
Samson and Andrew are right there, but I think Hunter and Raphael are right there. They're going to call those guys out in comparison, man. It looks
Really?
like it. And Bonac looks pretty good too. But so far right now, Hadi, I think, is hovering in the first place position right now.
Yeah.
where do you think Samson is?
I got to see him standing next to Andrew and Hadi.
Yeah, exactly. I'd
When
say
those
third or
guys
fourth.
with the super dark skin, you got to see him standing next to these guys.
Yeah.
Hadi looked a little flat to me.
Here we go. Derek Lunsford. Let's
All right.
see what you got,
Let's
Derek.
see what he's got.
Let's see if it's going to be a battle against Hadi. See what you got,
Got
buddy.
you any more picks, Louis, or no?
Not yet.
All right.
Last one I got was Fitzwater.
Okay.
All right, let's see.
He walks out like a diesel truck. Jesus Christ.
Okay.
Yeah. See, his chest is a little bit better striated from last year.
Hold on. Front double bicep. He's still got those lumps on the lats, Jason.
Fuck.
Still got those
Scar
lumps in
tissue.
there.
Yeah,
Shot,
the
yeah.
lumps from last year, they're still there.
Front lat spread. Still doesn't have the chest. I don't know, man.
He's got a turnaround.
Let's see the side shot. Okay. Side chest. Okay, his glutes are torn to pieces.
Yeah, see,
That
his
looks good.
chest is more striated than last year.
Okay,
I
looks
don't
good.
want to
Okay,
say it's
looks
Hadi
good.
level, but it's definitely more striated than last year.
Side chest was excellent. Side tricep, decent, nice. All right, here we go. Back shots. Let's see if he's gonna pull away a little bit here.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's almost
Crazy.
lights out, man.
Golly.
Yeah.
Yeah. The back double bicep is his. I'll give him
That's
that.
lights out. His back shots are
Lat
lights out, bro.
spread. Lat spread's excellent. He's holding a tiny bit of water in his lower back.
Yeah.
A tiny bit of water. He's got 2 rolls on his lower back.
I see in the obliques too.
He'll get rid of that by tomorrow.
Abs and thighs, a little bit better than last year. Okay, good. Okay. And now here's my opinion, his worst shot. No. He doesn't have it across here, man.
No.
He just doesn't, John.
No.
He doesn't have it in his upper.
No, you're right. I think it's maybe
frustrated.
3% better than last year.
So far from the individuals, I got Hadi winning.
Yeah, it looks like he may lose.
Really?
I got Hadi winning, man.
I know.
Really?
Yeah, it looks like he may lose. But, tomorrow night is a different story. He's going to know.
Let's see him finish this round out.
Another half a Diazod might change everything by tomorrow.
Okay, now for all you kids and meatheads out there, this is what bodybuilding is now. Comparisons.
Right.
Oh, here we go.
You
All
get
right.
to see the short guy, tall guy, and other people will bring out your weak points.
At
Yeah,
least-
stay in your box, motherfuckers. Stay in your box.
Louis, hit those money shots. Cool. Thanks, bro.
All right, let's see. How many are calling out, King? How many are to call out first? 3 or 5 or 6?
Come on. What the hell does that mean? What was the last time you wore a sub 250 shirt?
Front double bicep. Raphael looks great.
He really does.
He does look
Wow.
great, man. I'm telling you right now. Hadi always looks small from the side, relaxed.
Who they call? How many they call out?
Damn, did you see Hadi's back when he did that? Did you see Hadi's back when he just did that?
Come on, cameraman, go in the back. Come on, come on. There you go. Right
Dude,
there.
who's up there? You gotta give me a play-by-play. Who's up there?
Oh man, listen, Raphael is harder than Hadi, and so is Hunter. From the back, I'm telling you, from the back shots, he's exposed, and he looks small. Doesn't he? Does he look small to you guys?
He's flat. He's flat. He's really flat.
Jason, I take it back.
Really?
I'm telling you. But see, that shot, he looks great. But when Hadi is a little bit flat, he gets blocky. When he's full, the blockiness goes away a little bit.
Who's up there? How many people?
They had Hadi,
5.
Raphael, Martin, Hunter, and who else was there?
Martin wasn't up there. Martin
wasn't up there? Who am I thinking of then?
No.
All right, so
All right,
now
I'll
we
yell it
got
out,
John Jewett.
John Jewett. Sorry.
We have Delarosa. We have Brandon, and we have Martin. It's a good lineup.
So they're just going in numerical order?
You know, something else I'm noticing is that on the webcast, the guys that are on the outside looks foggy. You guys see that?
Yeah.
Like the guys that are in the middle look a lot sharper than the guys that look on the outside. They look foggy.
It's the lighting. It's the fucking lighting.
It's that red thing too, like messes shit up. Fire in the back.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. You're right, Armand. 100%.
I think it's giving a foggy look.
Yeah.
Fiery.
Martin looks good. Conditioning's there. They all look good.
This live stream blows. It really does suck.
This is the same we were last year. We're bitching the whole time. It was just like
I guess they didn't pay attention, for fuck's sake. All right, cool. Thanks, bro.
I knew you would. It's picture 3 on the center line. The magic lighting.
Yeah, Jay, that's Samson.
Yeah.
The pictures are 10 times better than the live stream.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I apologize to all you people out there. You're seeing the pictures. Look at that right there. It looks fantastic. That's not what we're seeing on the live stream.
No, Louis, go back one picture, please.
No, nothing like that. No, not at all.
I just wasted $75.
Like now in the comparisons, Jason, I'm looking at Andrew Jack, and he looks fucking like a monster.
Yeah.
I mean, he is those arms. Good Lord. See, and Derek looks like he's.
Does Derek legs look a little shallow? His legs look a little shallow.
He's soft in the outside. The 3 that are in the middle look nice and sharp. This webcast is fucked.
It sucks. I think Armand's right. I think it's the glowing red O in the back.
Jason, why can't they just have a fucking black screen in the background?
Or just turn that damn thing off.
Hire Michael Nephew and bring him and say, hey, bring the Iron Man lighting.
Right.
If Michael Nephew, if you're listening, we're sorry. I apologize for all of this.
William Bonac's sweating pretty bad.
I think Hunter and Raphael might be in our first call out.
Really?
I think so. They'll probably do, what do you think? Maybe 7? So Hadi looks a little flat. Derek looks a little bit watery. They'll be totally different tomorrow. Hadi will fix that.
Yeah, Hadi will be fuller and Derek will be harder.
Yes. All right, looks like our guys are ready in the bank. Let's bring out the competition competitors. On stage, please.
All right, here we go to comparisons. First call out. Hadi, Andrew, Samson, Brandao, Derek, and Hunter. That's my prediction.
Let's send it over to the judges. Big Steve. Thank you, Bob. In numerical order, Hadi, Raphael, Hunter,
Martin.
Damn.
Samson. Andrew and Derek. Okay, the only surprise was Martin.
Huh.
They called Samson?
They did. Samson and Andrew. What you guys?
You got Raphael. That's how you pronounce it, Raphael, Brando. But
Whatever, bro. I butcher everybody.
I know. I just saying.
It's
I try
fucking
to start saying it
Raphael.
right. Okay. All right.
Come on out. All right, they've got express directions not to step.
They sent Martin back, or what are they doing with him?
There's Derek again. Derek's.
So 7, yeah.
Derek
7.
and Hadi
Martin
in the
gets
middle,
in
right?
there next to Hadi. Wow.
Okay. Well, okay.
All right, cool. Thanks, man.
Samson right next to Hadi.
Yeah.
Oh.
Hmm.
Front double bicep.
Nah.
It's close. Hadi's good. Samson's good. Derek is good. Hard, man. Hard.
It's
to
gonna it's got to be the same top 3, right?
front lat spread. I'll give the Hadi. Yeah, front lat spread. I give the Hadi. Front double bicep was a toss up. Side chest. Side chest. Samson.
Yeah.
Samson. It's just too fucking thick.
A lot of meat.
Yeah, back double bicep.
That's Derek all day long.
Let's see. I want to see. This is where Hadi is going to be exposed, I think. Yeah, I got Derek, Samson, and then Hadi in third.
Yeah.
Double.
Hadi doesn't look.
Derek's
Hadi's
rear
flat.
double
I agree.
body is
Armon.
insane.
I agree with you. He's flat.
Yeah.
He is.
And he has to be fuller. I mean, it's,
Lat
Yo,
spread.
if he drops-
Derek looks good. Derek looks good.
Yo, if Samson
looks good.
knocks-
Hadi looks good. All three of them look good in that shot.
If Samson knocks Hadi out of second place, everybody backstage better take cover. 'Cause
Side
Hadi's
tricep, Samson, and again, I got Hadi in third.
Hadi looks, he's thin looking just compared to him.
He
Certain
probably,
shots,
he probably,
when
he
turns.
probably dieted too hard, man.
Ab shot goes to Hadi. I think we all agree on that.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Most muscular. Come on, let's see what you got. Great shot
Yeah,
from Hadi. Samson looks like a monster. It's not a good shot for Derek.
No.
Samson in the middle. Woo!
Oh, no way. Oh, shit.
They're just comparing them.
Holy shit. They just put Samson in the middle. Holy shit. Dude.
It's a little bit different when you got to stay in that box, boys. Front double bicep. Derek looks good. Samson, they all. The front double bicep is a toss up between the three. Front lat spread is Hadi. Well, Derek is starting to come on a little bit, I think. Yeah, Hadi's flat. Samson looks like a monster in the side chest.
Yeah, he does. He looks big and thick.
Yeah. Back double bicep. Derek, fantastic. Martin looks good. Hadi, a little flat. Samson, just if he had a thicker back, he'd walk away with this.
Absolutely. Couldn't agree more.
He'd walk away with this if he had a thicker back. Lat spread. Samson looks good because of the tiny waist. But that Derek is just freaky in this shot.
So Andrew's not in the mix like we thought it was going to be.
No.
Armon, is Hadi flat?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, is he flat or did he lose some muscle? I mean, shit.
He probably dieted too hard because that was the big knock on him from last year. That he came in, it was a little bit too full and stomach distended.
Hadi looks good. Samson needs to control his fucking abs. Most muscular. This is Derek's worst shot. Hadi looks great, and so does Samson.
Yeah. It's not like someone like so overwhelming. Oh, this person, blows this person out of the water. It's like
no, definitely not.
All right, so how'd you call that? How'd you call that shot? What order?
I say Derek and I don't know, man.
Derek and Samson for 1 and 2. Hadi 3.
Yeah. Hadi third right now.
Do we all agree on that?
Yeah, so far
Okay,
I think Derek and Samson 1 and 2.
Wait a second, all you Iranians out there, okay? I thought initially Hadi was going to take it, but after what I just saw through the comparisons, learn bodybuilding. It's about comparison. Samson is out muscling everybody. Derek has the back shots and the side. Hadi looks great. He's conditioned like crazy, but he's a tiny bit flat. And we all agree on this?
100%.
Okay, so we all agree on this. You don't understand. The death threats are going to start coming within the hour.
Absolutely. If Samson knocks him out, he's going to get death. His whole family's going to get death threats.
Okay,
I've been getting it all week.
Call out.
The show hadn't even started yet. And I was like, you have to support your countrymen. I'm like, no, I don't. I'm an analyst. I'm going to support.
Someone asked me if I hated my own kind the other day. I'm like, oh, gosh.
Wow, it's that bad.
So this
Huh?
is the worst Brandon's ever done. Is Brandon going to come back anymore? Or is this it for
Who's
Brandon?
next?
But to add a little bit of hope for all my Iranian brothers and sisters, what Hadi is showing right now could be fixed easily with hamburgers and fries. Easy.
Yeah. Eat.
Burgers
Yeah.
and fries, and he will fill the fuck right out for tomorrow night.
Who's on now?
We got Brandon Curry, Bonac, Jewel,
John
and
Jewett.
Delarosa.
Yeah.
So what is this? 4, 5, and 6, 7?
There were 7 in the first call out.
Yeah, this is 8, 9, 10, 11.
Yeah.
So hold on. After the top three. Oh shit! Who'd you have after the top 3?
Samson,
we didn't really go there.
And
Look at
Derek.
that. Look at that back shot. Look at that back
And
shot of Derek.
After the top 3, who'd you have?
We didn't really go there.
Yeah, it was very.
It was too hard. It's too hard to tell.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they put Andrew on the side, almost like
Hiding.
I don't know. I got to see Steve. I don't know what you're doing, Steve. I love you, brother. Me and Jason, we're New York, New Jersey. But what are you doing, man?
I think they're not impressed.
Come
I
on,
don't think
Steve. I'm
they're
not
impressed.
competing anymore. I'm not afraid of you.
I'm not afraid
I
of
love you, Steve. I love you. Yeah, they're gonna put Brandon in the middle in this line. Yeah, the Brandon is like you said, Jason. You nailed it. Age.
Yeah.
It's just age. He doesn't have those cuts in his front quads. He doesn't have the separation, but it's still Brandon.
All right, cool. Louis bringing up the pics of the first call out, so we'll be able to see it better.
There you go.
What the fuck? Can't see shit.
Not in that picture. No, those are too far
So
away.
where'd you have Hunter and Martin?
I can almost guarantee it, Jason.
We don't
that they're
know.
gonna call out. One last call out is going to be the top 3.
Oh yeah.
That's a little better.
This is definitely 100% a Saturday night battle.
No, absolutely.
Yeah.
It's a Saturday night battle because these guys all did their homework. Big respect from me, man. Conditioning this year, excellent, guys. Excellent. These guys fucking suffered.
So we have Hunter in sixth.
What's that?
No, he wasn't in the first call. He wasn't in the first call out, and there was 7 in the first call out. Yeah, there was 7 in the first call out. Hunter was in the first call out. We just had the top 3. We didn't even talk about the others. It's hard to tell on the picture, like on the outside. So.
Well, just the way they had him standing, I'd say you could have had.
They put Andrew on the end.
Wow. Now, Jason, it gets even more fucking interesting now. If Nick and Behruz were in, it makes it so much more interesting, man.
Right.
And don't forget Tonio Burton if he was in.
It's pretty disappointing they didn't get to be in there this year.
Yeah.
Beirut. Nick still could have showed up for his fans.
Fucking Akim's arms. Good Lord.
Yeah, I can't. There we go.
Can you imagine Classic tomorrow? 60 freaking competitors judging that shit.
Oh
my gosh! See, I stopped judging at when men's physique bikini just got out of control. I'm like, I'm tired of sitting through this shit on the weekends. Like this is not a fun weekend.
Hey guys, I'm bailing out.
All right, Jay.
Peace out,
All right,
brother.
brother.
Good
night,
man.
I'll see you tomorrow night.
Get
Take
some
care,
rest.
bro.
Yeah, see you tomorrow, brother. Good night.
Yeah, Mo Fudo looks like he missed the mark.
He's just missing muscle.
How's the pictures looking, John? How's the pictures looking?
The last one we saw was the comparison ones he just brought up.
Whoever's sending you pics, make sure in the final call out we get tons of, because it's going to be those 3.
All right. All right. You could keep it up, yeah. Who do you think is going to be in that 4th spot? Looks like Raphael might be in that 4th spot.
Raphael or Martin?
You don't think Andrew?
They didn't.
No.
They kept him on the outside, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. When Louis brought up the pictures of Andrew, you saw how shallow his hamstrings are still compared to these other guys.
He's just long limbs, man. And then
one more thing, I got to throw this in there, guys, because it always pisses me off. Will you people stop the comparisons between Samson and Ronnie Coleman? Come on, for the love of God.
Come on.
Come on.
That's just disrespectful.
I thought we did that. I thought we put that to rest.
People don't remember the Tyson days when Mike Tyson used to fight. How the whole world would shut down, and when he walked out, because you were like, "What the fuck?" Dude, that was Ronnie.
Ronnie Coleman is the come on. Ronnie Coleman is the GOAT. That's it. There is no better bodybuilder that ever walked planet Earth. Period. End of story. It's not even a debate. If he was in his prime now, he'd be Mr. Olympia now. That's it.
See, like this call out right here, all the respect to the guys in the world. All respect to these guys for making it to the Olympia stage. But this, to me, looks like an NPC Nationals heavyweight comparison. That's what it looks like.
Yeah.
You agree, Armand?
Yeah, I mean, I talk about it and people get mad sometimes. It's just like, I see a lot of these, like, not the Olympia, not the Arnold, but the other pro shows. It looks like Nationals to me.
Yeah, I mean, like this right here looks like a Nationals heavyweight comparison.
Yeah.
Akim looks great in that shot. Good muscular. All right, now here we go. Come on. Give me it. Now they're going to compare Raphael and Martin, all those guys, I think. Yep, I knew it. I knew it.
Yeah, that's going to be 4th and 5th right there.
And they put Bonac out, conditioning.
Yeah.
So everything that we saw is actually happening now. I knew Steve was going to do this. Good job, Steve.
So there's your 4, 5, and 6 guys.
4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah.
Let's see.
Raphael
8.
switch.
Okay. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay.
Okay. What's Fitzwater potentially?
Good job for Martin. Good Martin, man.
Maybe this is what's
Who do you, so they got Raphael in the middle.
So this is for 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8.
Yeah.
They just moved Martin. You're
So they got
probably
Martin
lagging a
in
little
4th place right now at the Mr. Olympia. That's crazy.
bit. Yeah.
Andrew is
not looking
pissed.
Yes, he's really pissed.
Andrew
Oh,
is
shit, I would be
angry,
too.
very angry. Hunter's happy as always. Good personality. But Andrew is not having it.
Listen, man, you know, I hate to say it, but I everybody's high on Andrew, and I get it. But when you get on this stage, on the Olympia stage, you're splitting hairs. If you're missing body parts, you're going to be exposed. His hamstrings are weak. They're shallow. And on the New York Pro, on the, you know, the Chicago Pro, or the Texas Pro, he wins all day long. You get on the stage, you're in a different universe.
Yeah, but you can make some adjustments too. Like Andrew in that shot, he's got to close his arms a little bit more. He's got a great
So I got
backdoor
Martin.
line, but he's got to close his
I got
arms.
Martin at 4.
And at this shot right here, he holds his hands funny on his fucking. See, that doesn't look good. He's got a great lat spread, but he's got to put his thumbs in there, not his fucking hands like that. To all you
Cormier
kids
reached out
there,
to him
listen,
to help
little
propose him.
detail matters, man. Even when your hand position is matters.
At this level, you're 100% right.
Yep.
Hunter looks good. I mean, he looks good for right here.
I got Hunter 5th.
This is probably the best Hunter we've seen, in my
Yep,
opinion.
I got him in 5th. I got Andrew 6th, Raphael 7th, and Bonac
Bonac
8th.
and 8th.
Yeah. Good for Martin.
Martin.
Good for
I didn't
you.
think
Martin's
Brandon was
gotta
going to
be
drop
up
that
top,
far
man.
back,
Stay
but
in the
he
box,
dropped a lot.
Martin. Stay in the box.
Martin's coming alive now. He's all amped up.
Yeah. Well, now he's pumped.
Yeah.
Shit, 4th.
Yeah.
He probably did not think he was going to get 4th, or
No, he
right
didn't
now
think-
get
yeah.
4th.
And that's a nice payday for him, too. What does 4th place get?
So now what's happening, guys, you know, I don't need to tell you guys. I'm just talking to the audience out there. What's happening is some guys are hardening up. Some guys are getting softer. Right now, Andrew is getting harder. Hunter's getting harder. Martin's starting to spill a little bit. You can tell from huffing and puffing, he's starting to sweat.
He's too excited.
He's just starting to sweat a little bit. And he's getting shiny.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So they might have just moved Andrew in front of him. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks like Andrew is in 4th place now. And Hunter and Martin are fighting for 5th and 6th.
Yep. Yeah, Martin faded a little bit. Just in that little time, guys. That can happen just in a few
Now they
minutes.
put Hunter in the middle.
Oh, so you don't know what the
Hunter
hell's
looks
going on.
good. I mean, he looks good from the front. I mean, I can't tell really from the back that much, but
Yeah, see, this is a perfect example, people. You got to watch. This is what we got our eyes on right now. Martin's starting to spill slightly.
Yeah.
Hunter is starting to get a little bit harder. Andrew's starting to get a little bit harder. But now Steve is moving Hunter in the middle just so he can give him his shot. Steve is giving him his chance, saying, okay,
Yeah.
Hunter, I'm giving you a shot.
Yeah, Steve's
So there's
working
no
the shit out of
complaints.
these guys.
They've learned, IFBB has learned that if they don't do this, everyone's going to be like, oh, yeah, but you didn't put Hunter next to Martin. So that's bullshit.
Right.
exactly.
Yeah.
Steve Weinberger definitely knows what he's doing as far as being a judge. There's no question about it.
Because you can't get away with shit anymore because of social media. You get ripped to pieces.
To get called out, yeah, absolutely.
Mr. Weinberger, good job. Yeah, just Martin's just getting sweatier and sweatier. Andrew's still pissed
Yeah.
off.
He's not holding his stomach.
Well, you know, when everybody fills your head up with you're going to win the Olympia this year, and everybody, and then you come one and fourth. You know, you could be a little pissed.
Hunter, yeah, they look good. They just ran him through the ringer on this.
Oh, I gotta text Fred Smalls. He was on my show saying Andrew's gonna win the whole thing, and I told him he was crazy.
Everybody want to have that dark horse prediction.
All right, here we go.
You know.
Let's see. Mr. Olympia will be judged right now. Bring the top three out. There we go. So far, we predicted everything. We've been like 90% correct with all our predictions. Now we're going to find out who's Mr. Olympia right here for at least Friday.
I am a huge Samson fan. There is nobody more that would love to see Samson win this whole thing. I was trying to be real and pick who I really thought. You know, I was trying to pull my emotions away from my reasoning. I still think Derek's going to win.
Let's see. The side chest will go to Samson. Then Derek, then Hadi. This is Hadi's worst shot right here. Back double bicep. We know who's going to win this one.
Yeah, Derek's.
Yeah.
Let's see. Yep, Derek is fucking smoking.
Yeah.
Samson, again, I don't want to keep repeating myself, but he had a little bit thicker back. He'd walk away with this.
Absolutely.
Lat spread. Let's see. Derek. Cut to pieces. Very close from all three of them.
I think tomorrow we're going to see a completely different Hadi. I think he's going to be popping.
I agree.
Yeah, this is not a good Hadi. I mean,
Derek
good Hadi, but
Derek from the back is so impressive.
Side tricep. Abdominal thigh shot. Hadi, but he's flat.
Yeah.
Most muscular, Hadi and Samson. Stay in the box. I think this is what everybody wanted to see now. Yeah, you got to fight. Samson, you better fight. That's it. Double bicep from the front is very close. All three of them. So close.
Oh, man.
Lat spread. Hadi looks great. Samson. Very close again. Very fucking close. Samson wins this close.
Yeah, that rear double by is Derek's all day long. I don't think Samson's ever going to be able to improve on that much more than he has.
Lat spread is good on all three of them.
Absolutely.
Hadi's holding a little bit of water in his lower back.
Yeah.
Side tricep, good for all three of them. Samson, you got to blow it out, man. More.
Seriously.
Yeah, that's Hadi's shot right there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
They're working them.
Steve's driving everybody crazy. The three guys on stage and the audience.
Again, front double bicep, very close.
Hey, that front double bicep on Hadi is pretty damn impressive.
Looks good on all three of them, man.
Yeah.
That's the problem. See,
I like Hadi's
looks good
biceps
from
the
front,
best.
But
Yes.
from the front shots, they're pretty even. Side shots, Hadi's weak right here. He looks small.
Yeah, it looks thin.
Yeah,
I,
he
don't, I
looks
hate to
small
say
on
it.
that side. Back double bicep, we all know who's going to take that. That's Derek. Hadi looks good, but Samson looks good too. It's hard, man. This is very hard. Lat spread. Lat spread goes to Derek too. Back shots go to Derek.
Yeah, all day.
Yeah.
I got Derek winning.
Bicep
You know.
shot is equal
Yeah,
all
me
three
too.
of them. Samson's big as a fucking house. Abdominal thigh. This is normally Hadi's shot.
Gentlemen, for the last time this evening, pick your favorite most muscular. This is it.
This is it.
Put it all out. This is it.
Yeah, these three guys, they are just so impressive, man.
Okay. Okay.
It all depends how they come back tomorrow. You know,
Yeah, exactly.
it's so close. They could, you know.
Yo,
All right,
King, what do we
so-
got? What do we got left for tonight?
That's it.
That's it.
We're doing no. Is there 212 finals tonight, or we're done?
No, 212's over with.
Okay, good.
Keon won.
All right, so we could
Yeah,
just.
Don got second. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
I don't really want to. What do they have? Wellness or something? I really don't give a shit about that.
No, we're not watching that. No.
Thank
we're
God.
No, let's do a
Yeah, I
wrap
mean,
up,
it-
man. Let's
All right.
wrap
Yeah.
this up.
Let's wrap it up.
Yeah.
Let's wrap it up. All right, guys.
Okay.
Once again, let me get this out of the way because I always say it every time. We were told and we were expected, and not me, but that this will be the greatest Mr. Olympia of all time, and it's gonna blow everybody away. We're gonna see things we've never seen before. No, they're normal. They're human. They're professional bodybuilders. They did well. Conditioning for me, fantastic. They were all in shape, guys. Thumbs up on the conditioning. Hadi, it could. Let me tell you guys right now. This is my opinion, King's opinion. Either first, second, or third. Derek, either first, second, or third. Samson, either first, second, or third. It's a toss. That's why Steve did what he just did, because I guarantee you the judges are all over the place right now.
Yeah.
And what's going to happen now is what I predicted earlier. It's going to be a Saturday night battle. They're going to fight it out. Right now, Hadi's going to go back to his room, burgers and fries. Derek's going to go back to his room. What do I need to do? You need to stay full. Let's just cut maintenance. With Derek, it's going to be maintenance right now. With Samson, I don't know. Armon, what do you think? Dry it out.
I mean, if he tries to dry out a little bit, I think he's going to get thin.
Yeah,
thinner.
Samson's got to stay the same.
If he
I
tries
think he
to
just
dry
needs
it
to stay
out,
the same.
he's going to
Yeah.
stay. He's going to thin out. If he tries to fill it up, he might spill over. I think
Yeah.
he's
He
got
will. He will still.
What do you think?
Because
Maintenance?
his glutes are already kind of. He just needs to stay the same.
Yeah, Samson's got to just maintain what he's got right now. That's it.
So we got maintenance, fill up. That's what we have right now with those three. As far as the other guys go, who impressed me? Martin. He started to flatten out towards the end. He impressed me.
Right.
Mr. Labrada, I give you your props. Congratulations. Raphael, I give you your props. Congratulations. Looking great. Yeah, man. Anything else, Armon?
No, I mean we'll be here tomorrow night doing the same thing, and see what they look. I'm excited to see what Hadi's gonna look like tomorrow.
John.
That's it, man. I mean, it's gun to my head. I'm going to pick Derek, but anything could happen tomorrow night, man.
Yeah, well, that is a fantastic point. If it's judged on you got to knock out the champion, he did not get knocked out.
I agree. 100%.
He did not get knocked out.
I think he's going to win.
So far,
I think
we're going to go with the consensus of how it's supposed to run politically, aesthetically, and with history looking down on us, right now, Derek is still in the number one position. That's what it would look like, because he did not get knocked out and he won both back shots. Last spread and back to bicep, he won. So
agreed.
It's a great. We will figure it out tomorrow night. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Armon, thank you. Jason Orange, thank you. John, thank you. We did a good job, and I'll see you guys tomorrow night.
Awesome. Yep. See you guys
Peace out,
tomorrow.
brothers.
Have a good night.
We're done. Later.
Later.